What's going on, guys? Happy Monday to you. Hope it's a good one. Hope you had a good weekend, a nice and safe weekend, especially if you're in the Southern California or Mexico area of where the hurricane went through. And more Central Coast, people around Ojai, where a lot of earthquakes happened yesterday. Starting with a 5.0, and then it's never just the one, it's always the aftershocks follow afterwards. And there were multiple 4 pluses and then 3 pluses, like basically for the rest of the day. I think even continuing into today, I think, right now. So, hope they're doing okay. I was actually sitting here. I was talking to my brother yesterday. It was kind of like... I think I didn't actually set an alarm clock because there's been talk of this coming through. It's the first time in anywhere between 60 and 100 years that a tropical storm has made its way through Southern California. Hurricanes are a thing of the West Coast. The East Coast. That's kind of it. It doesn't really happen over here. What's up, Big Nap? Good to see you again, man. Eric, what's going on? Hope you guys had a good weekend. So yeah, it just doesn't really happen here, and I think I just kind of set this mental alarm for it. I was up first thing in the morning, man. It was supposed to be in LA-ish, like starting to feel the effects of it. I could be wrong about this. I don't really remember. Like 3 a.m. it was supposed to like start getting rains and all that kind of stuff, and we got plenty of rain. It's a very nice day here today, actually. Nice and cool, but sunny and big puffy clouds. It's great, actually, today. But I was sitting here, and I was playing some Modern Warfare 2. I was doing leveling up some guns and doing stuff, playing DMZ mode over the weekend, and we're going to get into that in a second, and kind of what I'm kind of hopeful for and what I'm not hopeful for about as far as Modern Warfare 3 goes coming up with the zombies being DMZ. And by the way, tomorrow, before I forget, tomorrow is you know how we did last year? There was the reveal event for the campaign level mission, Darkwater, that happened on the oil rig for Modern Warfare 2. Something very similar tomorrow for Gamescom, I think it's called. It's 11 a.m. Pacific time is when it starts, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're in the UK, is that 10 p.m. for you guys? Something like that. But I'm going to be streaming that live. It's supposed to be, from what I understand, it's a total of a 2-hour kind of event. It's not all about Modern Warfare 3, so get that out of your head right now. It's multiple games. But we're kind of right in the middle of that. It's supposed to be the Modern Warfare 3 reveal, this campaign reveal. So we got the reveal event last week with Modern Warfare 3 in, what do you call it? In the DMZ, the special event things, the Shadow Siege thing, right? Which I hope you guys did, because that is officially over right now. So I hope you guys did it. It was pretty simple to do. The only thing that was kind of people had trouble with, it seemed to be, was the Intercept 5 radio transmissions, but there were these phones on the ground that you had to just pick up. Was all you had to do, 5 of them, different times. I had to play multiple games to get it done, but I got mine done. So I got all the rewards for doing that. Anyhow, so yeah, anyway, I was sitting here playing Modern Warfare 2, and all of a sudden I'm kind of doing this in my chair here, and I'm like, why am I dancing like in my chair? What's going on? And I look to my right over here out the window, and I see my blinds going like this, and then I see the walls going like this. And I was like, oh, that's not me. That's an earthquake. Cat Warzone, Caldera's funeral is next month. Yes, that is very true. Servers are going offline for Caldera. So if you are one of the 3 people that loved Caldera, you need to hop on now and get your fill for the next month, because it will be no more. Servers will literally go offline, and there will be no more Caldera. I'm 19 in the month. There you go. Happy birthday early. One of the 3. I mean, no, but can we not have, this look back on everything that we hated just because it's not what's happening now? We need to stop doing that. It'll never stop happening. It's the COD cycle, but whatever. Nobody likes Caldera. Nobody liked Caldera. So I don't want to hear, I'm going to miss it so much, man. I actually really... Did you? Again, if you're one of those 3 people, fine. That you've been in it since the beginning. Everybody else, shut the fuck up, please. So anyway, yeah, I was sitting here. It's pouring rain out, which is kind of a nice thing for us here, because we only get rain really once a year. It's over the course of like, basically think of February as the rainy month, and that's it. We get like 4 to 5 inches of rain a year, or 6 or something like that. And we're supposed to get more, like almost twice that yesterday alone. So it was kind of nice in that sense to get the rain. Not the, you know, I don't know what it did down in Mexico, but by the time it reached here, it was basically just a tropical storm, a low level 1 hurricane, which is, I've been through hurricanes bigger. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, it's rainy. But then with the earthquake, and I was just like, oh. So now, there's a couple of different kinds of earthquakes. Really, what we get here most of the time is, it's just a hard hit. It's just like a boom, and that's it. Like a, what the hell was that kind of a thing? It's like a huge truck went by out front, or like a giant just punched the wall of the house, you know, or your apartment. It's like, whoa, hey, what the hell was that? And then you get the ones that are kind of the slow rollers, man. And there was only one that ever really freaked me out, because it just wouldn't stop. But, oh, I want to show you this too. Cole, what's up, man? Come to New England. I'm from Massachusetts, cat. I'm from the South Shore. What part of Mass are you from? So I'm sitting here again. Tropical storm. It wasn't a hurricane by the time it hit here. Raining, big storms, and I start, you know, doing this, and then as that's happening, I get a bird alert. Can you guys see this? Earthquake detected. Drop, cover, hold on, protect yourself. This is the alert that I get. Now, again, when you get a couple of different kinds of earthquakes, when you get that hard, fast one, just like boom, it's just like it hit and then it's over. And before you even know you're having an earthquake, it's already gone. So you might have a little bit of like a kind of a what was that? But the slow rollers, man, that's when you just start. And you don't know is this the beginning? Are we in the middle? Is this the end? Like, is it going to stop? And it just keeps going. And if it's doing this, one, you don't know where the epicenter is. And you don't know how, like, those tectonic plates, man, they're obviously doing something. And then, are they going to slip and then really get the big one? I mean, 5.0 is pretty good size. It's not, you know, devastating, knocking down houses and buildings and all that kind of stuff. But it's, you know, it's a kind of like a, you really notice it. And I'm far away from Ojai. Like, I'm like a couple hour drive from there. And I was doing this in my chair here. So I can only imagine for them. And then again, they got multiple 4.0 pluses for aftershocks. I mean, they're earthquakes as well. It's kind of a disservice to call them aftershocks. Like, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It feels like a big deal, man. So they can get kind of scary, man. But anyway. I'm definitely going to be watching and waiting to see what the reception for Modern Warfare 3. Hoping you're doing well. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate you, man. Dartmouth. Oh, okay. Right by the water, right by the college. What's your username, King Midas? It's right on screen. Or above me. I think they just said that because of the aftershocks that could potentially come after the ones that happened recently when you were. Well, that was in the middle of the first one. So it's possible, yes. Like, hey, you know, like, again, they don't know either when it's happening. They don't know if, like, this is just about to be over, or they don't know anything until it actually happens. So when they're in the middle of it, they just have a detection go off. Like if it goes over a certain number, like a certain magnitude, that's when the emergency alert goes out. There's not somebody sitting there and like they're talking about it. It's just once it triggers that, it's like you have an alarm on your front door. If the alarm is set and you open the door, it's going off. Like there's no discussion. It just goes off. And so anything like that is like, it's a good size earthquake. If you can get into a doorway, like duck and cover is a little bit like, I mean, duck and cover and kiss your ass goodbye. Like, it's just kind of like, hey, you're kind of scaring me more than helping me out here, you know, like, anyway. So that happened, right? And then it was just kind of a weird day, and like I said, I was up early, and so therefore I was kind of like, I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I was kind of tired at the same time. I was like, you know what, I'm not cooking today. Plus, if another earthquake, like, God help me, like, it pulled the gas line out, and I'm cooking and something, you know, like, whatever. I'm gonna go to Subway and get a couple of subs. One for lunch, one to have later for dinner. And as I go, I'm driving down this way, right out front of my place here. a block away, there's a light, and there looks like you're looking down the road, and there's only a few cars out on the street, and it looked like there was this like 300 yards or so up, there's like this black kind of mass across the street. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, is that something, or is it just the rain and like the heat kind of causing this fog effect? You know, like this kind of, you know how it kind of gets wavy lines when the ground is hot and it starts raining, and it's kind of that misty stuff. And I was like, I don't know if that's actually, like, am I actually seeing something there? And I started, once the light turned green, I started rolling up, and it's like, oh, it's a downed tree, like right across, exactly cut the road in half. Like my lane going this way, completely blocked off from this tree. The lanes coming this way, it's a 4-lane, 2 on each side. The lanes coming this way were wide open. And I looked and I was like, huh, okay. Drive around that. Like, that sucks. Hopefully there's the fire crews or whatever coming soon to get that taken care of and moved out of the way. Get to Subway, they're closed. So I guess they decided because of the storm, like, shit in LA, like when you have storms, because we're not used to them, like things shut down. Like, people freak out. Just shit shuts down. So they were done. So I turned around and I go back the same way that I had just come, and I'm like, I still don't feel like cooking. I don't want to go to McDonald's. I'm gonna go to the taco stand. I'm gonna get tacos and a burrito for later. Great. And I'm driving back, coming back this way, same road, and I see the tree again, obviously, and I just realized it's completely black. Like, the tree is completely black. And I'm wondering now if it got struck by lightning and knocked over. It was like a TV movie kind of a thing. Like, the tree landed like smack dab. Like, it didn't fall at an angle at all. Went directly across the street. So I'm wondering if it got like struck by lightning and like burnt it up real quick and boom, and just kind of killed it and it toppled. But right here, a storm about 6 or 8 months ago, like rain, like right at the end of the courtyard where I live, this apartment complex. On the opposite side of where I am right now, about 100 yards away, there was a tree that fell over in the middle of this storm, landed on top of the apartment building, and they had to move those people out. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, for a couple of months while they rebuilt the friggin' apartment. I've got a massive, massive tree right like 15 yards away from me, like as I sit here, right there. Like, the branches are 5 feet from the window. It's right there. There's behind me, there's a hill right behind where I live, and there was a huge tree over there. They cut that one down after that one fell, because they're like, this one's kind of next. It's just kind of those like, what if kind of scenarios. Just get you freaked out, like, what the fuck, man. I don't like it. Like, the actual rain and everything, that's fine. I'm all cool with that, but when you've got trees, like, you can't tell if a tree is really dead necessarily or not, like the inside. They've had people come by and look at them, but I don't know. If I were a restaurant manager, I'd just camp in the back and have a sign that says, I'm camping in the back, come join me. Well, the thing with, because I worked in restaurants and I've actually worked in them during an earthquake. The very first earthquake I went through was when I was at work. And the people in the kitchen, when an earthquake happens, they get the hell out of there so fast. Talk about gas lines and fire. Like, that's where it all is, in the back, in the kitchen. They are gone, man. That first shake, pew, you see smoke from their feet, man. They're getting the hell out of there. They are not sticking around, dude. They are gone. Oops. I do not want public. Oh, God, no, I don't want public matches. So it's a very casual day today. Just kind of like, just have a little bit of fun, relax. For that problem, buy a generator and hook it up. Yeah, so we're going to just play through. I haven't played IW in a while. We were talking about last week, and it kind of got me like, hey, you know what? I haven't played it in a while. I kind of want to hop back on. One of my favorite maps of all time, my most played map ever, Zombies in Spaceland. So we're going to go through this. Maybe we'll do Rave in the Redwoods as well. And then, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I also want to talk to you guys about...
I am Willard Wyler, master
and
of
Rip
the
Paul
macabre.
Rubens again. I know we mentioned it last week.
For over 40 years,
but,
I directed the most
still.
terrifying, visceral, and bloody scenes ever.
I want to talk to you guys
film.
about DMZ and the whole Zombies thing.
contribution
So a
to
couple of things
horror
I'm
is
worried
nothing
about. A
short
couple of
of
things I think like,
genius.
oh, that's probably be
Before
all
my
right.
retired
Cole reminds me of the time I saw an
to know my
electronic
secret.
billboard advertising
did
a
I make it
restaurant.
all look
Get
so
overloaded
real?
lowering
If
lightning
you
strike.
really want to know
Using
how the
sand stuff
sausage
and
is
flying
made
over. That's
in a
crazy,
Willard Wyler picture, the
Mac Daddy,
recipe
these
is
zombies were
simple.
so underrated. You
First,
are
you add
so right
actors.
about that.
Then
I mean, anybody that's been around my channel at all
grinding.
knows how much I love IW Zombies. I do love this game. It's not perfect, far from perfect. But for their first attempt at doing zombies, it's pretty great. And it was probably the most pure fun Zombies has ever been. Like, it's cartoonish, as you're seeing here, but it's not like just complete silly crap. You know what I mean? There's a story here. They got good actors to do the voice lines. The animation looks pretty cool. I think the overall, it was good. I don't want to. We don't have to relitigate IW Zombies every time we play it, but it was very good, and it's a shame, man, that we're not ever gonna get a part 2 to it. It just really is. I think it's such a shame, but whatever. Oh, we got Sally. I love Sally. My second favorite character, other than Richtofen, is Sally.
Totally fired.
I play them all the time, but have nobody to play them with. Yeah, I mean, well, okay. That kind of leads me into what I wanted to talk about with DMZ, so thank you for that, Mac Daddy. But I agree, like, I'm a solo player as well, and it can be a little, like, at times it's great because you don't have to deal with other people, like, you don't have to wait, you know, on their schedule, you're not doing, you know, waiting for their stuff, whatever. You can just kind of do your thing. But at the same time, when you're only doing your thing, you're only doing your thing, and it can get a little bit lonely. You know what I mean? Like,
you get a chance to do things again.
but anyway,
and this time around, you've learned a thing or two.
So
It's what
solo
we do
DMZ
in
is a
those
challenge.
moments
Okay,
that can define
let's get into that because, like I said, we know Zombies mode this year, Modern Warfare 3, is DMZ mode with zombies. Okay, it's going to be there was conflicting reports of, is it 4 teams of 6 players or 6 teams of 4 players? I would bet money that it's 6 teams of 4 players. One, because you want to spread. It's going to be like on the Warzone map too. It's going to be a big map, kind of like what DMZ is now. It's on a big map. So
Like, what the heck do
having
they
only
want with
4
this thing?
teams seems a little bit too spread out. And we've never done 6... We've never done 6 player teams. It's always been 4 players, right? 1 to 4, somewhere, you know.
Oh, this ought to come in
So
handy.
I don't know why it would all of a sudden switch to 6. 6 seems like a lot, but at the same time, you never know. Okay, so I didn't play DMZ at all until last week, and I want to kind of get ready for Zombies coming up, and just, you know, I'm gonna have to make videos on it. I'm gonna be streaming it and doing whatever. I want to know what I'm doing, is what it boils down to. So I started playing it, and the first few games I played, it's like, oh, this isn't bad, you know. And like, I ended up getting killed. I think 2 out of those 3, like somebody found me and killed me. But then they also like pick you up, and then like they didn't take my stuff. They just kind of like, oh, they didn't want me to kill them. Like you don't really know. And I don't know if like I know I have proximity
so
chat
wanna,
turned
like,
on, but
ride the roller
nobody ever says
coaster.
anything. Or
Hope it's, like,
I
still
don't know if my
working.
settings are completely right. I might have to look into it and switch it up, and because I've never heard anybody speak. And most people play with a headset these days, so there's a teddy bear. Have you guys seen this short video that I made? The hardest side Easter egg in all of Call of Duty Zombies is this one right here. Because there's over 100 locations where that teddy bear can spawn, and he only spawns in 1 at a time. And it can be very hard to see. But anyhow, Greg, what's up, man? Greg FPS in the chat. The legend himself, the Zombies extraordinaire, who will be going pretty hard. Greg has been playing DMZ all year.
Follow
He's
the
been
yellow brick road.
a fan of the mode
Yeah, right.
since it came out, pretty much. I was in his chat last night talking about what we can expect a little bit maybe coming this year. You never know, but pretty much everybody's gonna be like grabbing teams. So, I forgot this whole map is content ID. What do you mean? Oh, you mean for the music and stuff? Yeah, that's why I have it turned down. Hopefully it's all the way off. It's not. Oh boy. This is what. Whoops. Oh no. Did we already hear music? I wasn't paying attention. It's too much of me talking. We'll put that there. Because you really do get screwed. Whatever. So yeah, so like the first few games I played, like I was doing all right, having fun.
Welcome
I want to
to
rock it. Yeah. Oh, well, that's
somewhere
fine.
else.
Oh well, what are we gonna do now?
Like,
And it was kind of fun. I still
don't
don't fully understand it. Like the
not.
the menus are one thing that has to change for Modern Warfare 3. Just to find the playlist you want to be in, not even speaking specifically of DMZ, like just the stuff that you want to play, the design of it is so bad. And I don't have Hulu. They hired Hulu people to design their menu, like the home screen and where you find all the menus and stuff, like all the different playlists. Whether you want to play TDM or Warzone or DMZ or whatever.
Let's see what's behind lucky
And,
door number 1.
I've heard that people, one of the big complaints about Hulu is the design of their home screens, like the menu is supposedly terrible. Again, I don't know. I don't have Hulu. I've never watched Hulu. But I will say it's terrible in Modern Warfare 2. It's so friggin' bad. The menus for everything. Why did that not interact? Hulu's menu is better. Is it? Okay. I mean, again, I've never watched Hulu, so I don't know. I'm not saying it is terrible.
Follow the
Whatever.
yellow brick road.
But Modern Warfare 2's menus are horrific. Whether it's trying to navigate the battle pass, just find, like, I just want to play Hardpoint right now. Can you show me where Hardpoint is, please? Or just finding DMZ. There's been so many times I'm like, I keep going back and forth. And like, where is the friggin', where is DMZ? Like, I'm just trying to find it. Because I get in and then I want to change my, like, let me make sure my weapon setup is how I want it. And I go in there and do that. And it's like, okay, now, wait, where is DMZ now? Like, what? It's so, that has to be better. It just has to be. It's so bad. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but it's terrible. So that just has to be better. So now the whole thing, like, okay, so with DMZ, let me get into a little bit of the actual gameplay. We're going to hop on the, just in case anybody doesn't know, this is how to unlock the lobby music once you've got Director's Cut. I'm just showing you this. It's just a thing to do. Obviously, this game is 7 years old. You guys know this stuff by now, probably, but on round 1, you need the glasses. You go down, ramping on the right. There's a Yeti wearing glasses. You shoot with a mask, and you shoot it off his face. Would you recommend people to wait and see whether or not Modern Warfare 3 is good or not? Yeah, I mean, definitely don't pre-order. If you're skeptical, don't pre-order. Why bother? I don't think you should. If you're not sure, I mean, I've full disclosure here, I've pre-ordered already on Xbox and PlayStation. Obviously, what am I going to do? I'm, content creator. Of course I did. As a general consumer, though, like, if you're not positive you're going to get it, don't pre-order. They bank on pre-orders, and then when things don't change, if they keep getting the, it's the best-selling game for the year in that first week alone, it's right past this door here, I think. Am I right? Yeah. You should have the mask on, you shoot it off. You get that, like, freezing effect on your screen there. That's how you know you did it. And if you did it for the first time, you'll get XP points for it as well, so you'll know that you did it properly. So yeah, definitely. I mean, like, there's no reason if you're buying Call of Duty 4 Zombies these days, kind of like me. Like, I don't care about the game very much anymore because the multiplayer, I don't think it's been good for a while. It's like sometimes it's okay, but I never get to the end of the day like, that was so much fun. That was great. I always at the end of the day like, fuck this, I'm done, I'm getting off. So
Maybe I should stop by and, like,
if that's
check
kind of
out
how
those
you are,
park
then yeah,
stations.
definitely wait and see, because this is going to be. I put a kind of a joke question out on my community page and on Twitter a couple of days ago. Like, do you think there was? I mean, I kind of mean it though, which is the really bad part. That I'm kind of serious at the same time as I'm making a joke. Is, do you think there was just going to be no zombies at all this year, right? And then like DMZ mode hasn't been doing that great. And then somebody over at Activision or one of the studios saw DMZ and saw the Z and was like, what about DM Zombies? And all the suits were like, oh, yeah, let's do that, you know? Because I kind of think that's what happened. I really do. But I don't know. Maybe that's why the Raves are called episodes. Oh my god. Yeah.
Now that's the stuff, kid.
So, okay.
Give me what you got. Come back in a bit, and I'll give you some.
So I'm playing through it, and again, it's a little bit fun. It's a little bit not. It's kind of. It's very confusing. DMZ is flat out confusing if you don't like it. Again, navigating the menus is bad as well, and just getting the information that you kind of need is not great. And all the different stuff, like, I was confused, like, are you supposed to just, like, pick up all this stuff? Like, you see a water bottle and a bandage. Like, okay, well, a bandage, like, if I pick that up, does it mean, like, I don't need to use stim? Like, I can bandage myself as well? Like, no, that's not what that is. And partially that's from playing other games in the past as well, like, you know, a Fortnite or whatever, like any other Battle Royale where you've got stuff where you can pick up those kind of med supplies and you heal yourself that way. And I didn't know if they had, like, integrated that somehow or whatever, but so it's a little confusing just as far as that goes. It's really just, all it boils down to is just do your missions, whatever it is that, I mean, like, do whatever you can to get more money and complete your missions, and that's kind of it. So as I was playing through it, I'm kind of like, I just don't know why this
That
is
is like the coolest weapon dispenser. Like,
I don't know
ever.
why it's PvE at all. Like, it should just be, to me,
Now this
like, it should just be
totally puts a smile on a girl's face.
PvE kind of mode. Like, you've got Warzone if you want PvP, player versus player, you know, versus. I just kind of didn't understand that. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me to have that mode.
That nerdy kid is gonna have a wet dream if he like sees this place.
A wet dream? What? Sally. It just didn't make any sense to me to have other players really kind of going against each other at the same time. Like, because all they do, it's basically trolling the game mode. So what will happen? I don't know if you paid attention to the stuff kind of at all, which I hadn't, to be honest with you. And then you find out there are these 6-man squads that always kind of roll through. Well, what they do is, like, you have a couple of guys, maybe 3 or so in a team. They'll team up. They hop into a game. They, kill some other people, and then what happens is, when you get killed in DMZ, you can plead for help, is what it's called. You're dead, like, you're just laying on the ground, but somebody can come by and revive you. There's, like, no time limit on it, seemingly, as well. And at any point, somebody can come by and revive you. And if they do, like, you end up being you can end up being on their squad with them. And so they recruit you into their, but they don't recruit you. They just kind of, you're forced to either, if you either want to quit the game or you're gonna join their squad for the rest of the game. And then they just roll through, they kill somebody, and then it sends out the person that gets down and ends up pleading for help, and it goes out to the entire map. And then it's like you see these hands, like, clasped like this on the map, and all they do is just camp those bodies and wait for other people to come by to try to revive them, and then they just kill that player. And it's really boring. And it's like you don't want to help. It makes you not want to help anybody else out in the game.
Right.
So if you're gonna start playing DMZ because you're getting ready for zombies, be prepared that that's all that like, when you see, like, somebody pleading for help, unless you killed them and you want to go revive them immediately, like, so they don't kill you. Other than that, you probably just want to leave them there, because it's almost a guarantee that you're being set up, which kind of just sucks. I didn't enjoy that part of it at all. I think they should go back to basics. Well, I told you guys, I think they should have just remastered BO2 for the year, and everybody would have been happy. A lot of people would have been very, very happy. But maybe that's just me. Have you unlocked your second insured slot yet? No. Or expanded wallet? I did unlock the expanded wallet. I did not unlock my second insured slot. There are players who only go for kills. That's annoying. It's so... See, again, it's like... This is why I think it's... And Zombies, by the way, this year, DM Zombies, is going to be PvE only. So you're not... there. While there are other squads on the map, you guys are not facing off against each other. You are only against the computer. You know, like you're going against the game itself. Which is going to be... We're kind of see... I don't know if they're setting it up to be like kind of a race. Like who gets it done... Like who gets to the spot first is the one that like gets the ray gun and gets to exfil with it or something. I really don't know. But then if you can't do anything against the other team other than get there first, all it's going to be is, you know, with DMZ, you don't... Warzone, you drop into the map wherever you want. DMZ, you are randomly assigned a spot on the edges of the map where you spawn in. So it's just going to be a literal race to the middle of the map once... Zombies gets going. Like, I'm not sure how that's going to work. It's kind of a... We'll see. I don't know. And I hate the whole COD HQ revamp. What do you mean with that, Kat? Like the World War II COD HQ? That I thought was pretty cool, but... I mean, I don't need it, but it wasn't bad. Greg, I'm interested to see if other squads can revive you if you're down. Yeah. Well, see, this is going to be a whole thing. Like, you know, if you're playing solo... Like in the currently with DMZ, like there is no solo mode. You have to be a part of a squad. You can go in solo and be no fill, so it's just you, but it's a squad-based game. It's not, there is no solo mode, so it's not going to be you and only other solo players. So it's going to be very curious with the Zombies thing that if you're be able to do it solo completely, or is it going to be like the AI, meaning the zombies in this case rather than the guys with guns? They better not. I'm really worried about this, by the way, just based off of DMZ. You have different levels of, you know, like kind of the recruit level, which are guys like 2 bullets, they're dead. Then you got like guys above that, like let's just say 5 to 8 bullets, and then you got like the tanks that are like, you know, 12 to 15 bullets they have some armor on and whatever. And then you go into, like, you have the raids and stuff, which I can't really speak about because I've not done any of them yet. But, like, they are super tanks. They take lots and lots of bullets and kill, and they're very strong. If they have, in this Zombies mode, if they have enemies with guns, I am going to be friggin' pissed, dude. Zombies with guns, or even if it's, like, human AI with guns that are controlling the zombies or doing whatever, I'm still not going to like it. It's zombies. I don't want... the enemy to have weapons. They're zombies. That's the weapon. The weapon is them. I'll just be mad. I'll be really, really mad, and I think they're going to do it, man. I swear to God they're going to do it, because I really think somebody just saw DMZ, DM Zombies, like, that'll look good on a shirt. Let's do it. And I don't think they put a tremendous amount of thought into this. I think it was kind of rushed. That's my guess. I'm completely guessing. Kevin Drew, who worked at Cold War, he's been with Treyarch for a long time. He's a smart guy. Seems like, you know, he's good at what he does. So let's hope it's not like that, but I'm worried. I will say I am worried. I mean, the whole COD... the whole COD is a brand thing, and how they're lumping Modern Warfare 2 and 3 into one application. Oh, yeah. I get you. Okay, so, like, the home screen is Warzone, DMZ, Modern Warfare 2, 3. Yeah, I get you. I heard that they are in the strongholds. Weapons, Greg. People with guns. Yeah, I'm worried about that. I'm really worried about that, man. It shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. We'll see. I don't want to shit on a mode that I haven't even seen yet. All I've heard is it's DMZ with zombies. So, I mean, you guys know what I know at this point. I talked about it last week. I went into in depth about it, but I'm a little worried. I hate the time limit thing. That's another thing that I'm really worried about. 60-minute timer to get everything done by is just stressful. I mean, we'll see what the missions are. It might be stressful. It might be like, why do we have so much time? We don't need this much time. And that will be even worse in a way, because it'll be like, oh, everything's so easy to do. And that would be worse, I think. If it's super, super easy. I mean, I don't know. Greg, I think you think it's going to be a fairly easy mode, right? I'm not so sure. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll see.
Good, good.
Love to get some gas grenades if we could. Radio, box. But yeah, there's a lot of things that make me nervous about it. Like DMZ could be fun. I think it's just there should be no PvP aspect to it, and I think I might really enjoy it. Like I spawned in last night. By the way, I also put out on my community page a little poll, like should it be cross-console play or leave PC players to themselves. And then last night when I was playing, I of course ran into a hacker. Like I cam up behind this guy, like this zombie is directly behind me. I shot him a couple times. He immediately insta-turned 180'd, and you should have seen the kill cam because it was like it was like he turned around, like whipped around. He was obviously a PC player playing on keyboard and mouse. He had whipped around. It was like down over here, but like I'm the zombie, and then it insta-locked right to my head. I was like, what the? And then I was dead. And then I played one more game on Ashika. Oh, it's gonna kill him. On Ashika, I think it's called, right? It's a small map, and I had literally gone like I spawned in here, and like I went to that alien-looking guy, got into a building. I killed like 3. AI guys, and there was a safe on the bottom floor. I started the safe. I turned around. A team was already on me. 3 squad killed me, and then just left my body there, and were like trying to use me as bait again to get other people to come over. Like, how did they even find me that fast? Like, I don't know, man. There should like the PvP thing in DMZ makes no sense to me, and it kind of kills the mode. If I had friends, maybe, and I was 4v4 all the time, like it would be better. But I don't have any friends, so
possibly take me any place worse.
I've got to go at solo. So I don't know how much more I'm going to play DMZ leading up to Modern Warfare 3. Getting ready for it. I don't know, like if it's worth it. I will do more of it just to kind of get more familiar with the map. The screens and like the things that you need to do to navigate within the mode, but I don't know how much I can actually like stand doing it because I'm not enjoying it. All right, I got to catch up here. We talked about the time limit thing, Cole. Cat, what I'm playing? What am I playing? Vanguard with the big boss guy with the gun? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like zombies shouldn't have guns. Period. Joe, what's up? Good to see you again. If you own the disc of the game, why would I select to play Modern Warfare 3 from the Modern Warfare 2 disc? I mean, all that kind of stuff is, yeah. I mean, it's the whole corporate integration of everything, which I think ruins things. It doesn't help. It makes them more money in the short term, at least, but I don't like it. I hope the keys make a return and you open an area and there's a boss wanting to kill you. Something like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff is fun. Like, Easter eggy kind of stuff, like you have to kill a guy that's got a key. That's another thing about DMZ is like you have to, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like certain missions, like you got to kill the guy to get not the disguise guy, but I can't think of the mission. Oh, you got to find the key to the MRAP to then hop into the MRAP and then go. It's like, but where do you get the MRAP keys? Like, well, it moves all the time. You're never quite sure where you can get So it's completely random at all times on a massive Warzone-sized map. Like, I don't know how cool that is either. I hear 1 hour game every time. Yeah, Joe, that's what we were just talking about too. There's the 60-minute limit, which I don't know. We got to see what their actual missions they're giving us, but I don't love the look of that. The 60-minute time limit thing, like, yeah, I don't love the time limit thing. I mean, we've seen people with guns before in Zombies, and it wasn't exactly great either in Advanced Warfare. I mean, Vanguard is the worst. It's the worst everything, but it's the worst example too. But yeah, I mean, Kat, you were just talking about. Was it Kat? Yeah, right. You were just talking about. Yeah. If they have a collectathon missions, hopefully they bring the special backpacks. Ashika is toxic. People only kill on there if you play it. All the spawns. Okay. I figured that was something too. Like, they've got a squad that, like, this murder squad that spawns in, and they immediately run to the next spawn locations, like those people that only play this, like they study it and they know all the spawn locations for everything. And like that's like when you spawn up in multiplayer and you're already being shot. Like what the fuck, you know? So I figured it was something along the either that or they had hacking or maybe both, and they have you see through walls and everything. But it's the same thing back in Cold War when they crossed over Warzone. Why would you pay $70 for the full Cold War disc to play Cold War? Cold War was worth playing on its own. The stuff that you had to pay for, not just the free Warzone stuff. I'm sick of battle royales. Like that's the other thing is like being a solo player. Like, and you die once, it's like okay, your game's over now. Like that Ashika one where I literally got killed in the first like 2 minutes of the game. When you would normally expect it to be like nobody even has any idea where you are yet, and you're literally just getting set up, and it's like, oh, my game's over. Okay. Well, that was fun. I guess I'll restart and do another one now. Like, it's a little annoying. And, hey, get good. Okay. Hey, you're right. I suck. I guess I shouldn't bother. But other than that, to actually play and have fun, like, it's not so much fun. I don't find it to be anyway.
I love when we get more ammo.
Buy them in PlayStation for 200K. What's 200K? The slot, the extra slot for the insured weapon thing? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the key. Yeah, the MRAP key. Yeah.
I've got zombie guns on me. Like,
and that was the thing too. It's like, okay, I wasn't aware of any of this kind of stuff, but it's like, it's like hunt and find little things. It's you're collecting stuff. And then to do this mission, it turns out like, oh, like you got to go to a buy station to buy. I don't know, dude. It's a little bit weird, man. Blackout was cool and all, but I hated it at the same time, mainly due to being a trophy hunter and getting the characters. I liked Blackout. I think that's the best. Well, if there was a version of Blackout crossed with the first Warzone, I would like that. But anyway, they nerfed it to the ground at the start. Season 5 was OP. Oh, the MRAP, yeah. I think that I've been trying to do a little bit of research and finding out about some of these things, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a battle royale fatigue, in my opinion. It's just such a short playtime if you're only playing as a solo player. Yeah, I mean, it's just most of the time I'm playing Call of Duty, I kind of just want to hop on and run at guys and shoot and do whatever. And I know it sounds basic and kind of dumb, but I'm not looking for much more than that. I mean, I don't know, like, which I can absolutely do, right? I mean, there's nobody stopping you from playing multiplayer, and I do. I'm just saying the whole battle royale thing to me is just like,
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
I'm kind of done with it, man. Like, again, specifically as a solo player, it's not a tremendous amount of fun when, it's like if you get killed super early, that's obviously annoying as hell.
Does this?
If you get killed super late because somebody was literally camping inside of a bush and you cannot see that person because they're completely covered by the bush somehow. That sucked a lot too. It was so many times, and I think it just gets to the point where you're just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing it. And that's just kind of where I landed. Again, I'm really. I know it sounds like most of what I'm saying so far about DM Zombies is very negative, and I have these are my worries that I'm talking about. There are things I think that could turn out really well, so we'll see. And I do not want. Let me make this very clear. I want it to be an awesome game mode. I want to be like, wow, I was so wrong. This is fun. Like, this is great. I love this. There's no reason for me to want it to turn out to be bad. Like, just for me to say, oh, I was right. This sucks. I don't want that. at all. I want it to be amazing and be like, oh, dude, this is what they should have this as an alternate, you know, zombies mode every year, something along those lines. I never want to get rid of round-based. To me, that's what zombies really is. But if this turns out to be like a fun thing to do for the next year, cool. I don't know how, you know, we'll see about the replayability and all that kind of stuff. You have to really be in a, it seems to me anyway, like a super grinder or a content creator to still be playing DMZ regularly. Because especially if you're playing with a team, like with other people that know what they're doing, because it seems like you can get most of the stuff done fairly quickly. I mean, like, some things will take you a while, but at the end of the day, it is going to be, here, go get this. Here, go get that. Here, go get this. Now go get that. I mean, that's what the mode is, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's fun. I mean, you know, I was grinding Vanguard even at the beginning of its life cycle just for camos and doing all that kind of stuff, so... You know, I'll give it a shot, and again, I hope it's going to be awesome. But I'm just not. I'm not overly optimistic about that being the case. But we'll see. I haven't really played much DMZ since I've done everything. That's kind of what I was talking about. Yeah, it's like once you get to like you've done the stuff. Like, all right, well, what do I do now? I don't like that the occasional zombie can just run over and start hitting us. Get me, sucker.
Ooh, it's like a present.
Die.
Taking too much damage.
Not taking too much damage, Sally. Relax. All right. Countdown. Roll. We are almost there. For two. There are two here. And there we go. The bluey. And let's go deposit. Green one's gone already, right? There's only so many times you can queue up in a battle royale and enjoy playing it over time. That's definitely where you're at. I mean,
So
if it's your thing, it's your thing.
one of these by
Just
my
for me,
bed
it's
when
like it's draining when you're again playing solo. It's you know again, it's to me. Why do people complain about the BO4 HUD? The IW one is way worse. Just realizing. I disagree. Just you know what the BO4 HUD it was made way too big of a deal of, but at the bottom with the little perk holder, the 4 little V's at the bottom. Just ruin the whole thing. It looks so bad. I don't think the HUD on this game is bad, though. I mean, it's not beautiful, but I don't think it's bad either.
Bad ass.
All right, let's before I forget, let's just double stack that.
Just when you thought it was safe to be
DMZ is a super grind for the unlocks, like 35 cigar boxes, and yeah, you're lucky if you want to find one per game. Yeah. Again, if you are into that grind, you know, again, like Cold War, I was happy to grind it back then. I was enjoying it, like going for Dark Matter. I got Dark Matter by like the end of January or the beginning of February of the year it came out. You know, like reasonably quick. I didn't, you know, wasn't insta like going for everything like those people that somehow managed to get Dark Matter in like 48 hours. I don't understand that. But, you know, grinding for the Ethereum crystals to upgrade all your stuff, upgrade your perks, upgrade your weapon, you know, like, are we going to have something like that involved this year again? Again, it is Kevin Drew, who is, you know, very heavily involved in Cold War, the development of that game. So, what makes me a little bit nervous, too, is the kind of continuation of making zombies more like multiplayer. And now it seems like we're literally getting... You know, like Cold War, the way when you shot zombies, like the numbers pop up on the screen, like, hey, you're doing, that's worth 10 points, that's worth 10 points. Like in having the on-screen, like 100 points, you know, for the kill in multiplayer or whatever, you know, like that kind of stuff. It did have a replayability factor to it, but it was also kind of like, I mean, that's a multiplayer thing. And then we got Outbreak, which was literally takes place on multiplayer maps and the fire team, you know, maps from Cold War. And now we're doing Zombies in a DMZ situation where it's literally a multiplayer mode that they've put zombies on. Like,
I wonder where those.
I really don't want them to
portal-looking
vanilla
things
everything down so much so that, you know, like it loses what was special about it. I hope that doesn't
go.
happen,
Like,
but
every time should be double money time. Does this actually like do anything?
I think you need 2 greens and a blue. What is that?
Now this should make nice
Oh,
with our
well.
new zombie friend.
And we need to hit the wheel to get a wonder weapon, huh? I heard you. You did. I hope there's a zombie special camo for this new mode. There better be, man. I can't imagine. I think the last one's gonna be down here.
Follow the yellow brick road.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't have like a special zombies camo for. Like, there's no way, right? Is this a DLC weapon? Yes, this game is a DLC weapon. No, you talking about the Atlas? Was the Atlas? Yes, the Atlas was a DLC gun, I think. I'm pretty sure it was. This didn't come at launch, right? It's been 7 or 8 years. The stem-looking gun? Yeah, this right here, the Atlas. It's an LMG. It's actually not bad. It's nowhere near as good as the Mauler, but it might be... I'm trying to think. This might be my second favorite LMG for zombies. I don't know about, you know, for multiplayer, whatever. I don't know. I think the Mauler still would win that one, too, but... I'm looking for the... Yeah.
I should totally use one of my Fate and Fortune cards.
I think it was DLC, and I think this is it's a pretty good gun. Like if you're doing Attack of the Radioactive Thing, this isn't a bad gun to have for when the eggs are shooting down at you, like to come and, you know, blast them out of the sky. It's not bad, and it'll handle the zombies that are coming at you fairly well. Decent sized clip. Again, the Mauler with the the Sentinel variant is definitely the best. But because it has like it shoots a column of like 3 or 5 bullets at you, like this. So basically, if 1 bullet hits, 5 bullets are hitting, or 3 bullets, or whatever it is. I can't remember, but it's definitely the best. It's not even close. And it's kind of like the Butcher, the Type 2, the assault rifle. Especially when you do like the what do you call it? When you split it, so it's like dual pistols.
Dispenser, like ever.
Super good on, especially, well, it's so easy to buy on Shaolin Shuffle, and it's really good for the Rat King guy. Oh, I thought we got one there. Stop giving me glasses. Hey, speaking of. Oh, you know what? We're going to put that here.
That is like the coolest weapon dispenser like ever.
The Mauler Sentinel. There you go. I hope both studios pull it off. They got only 1 year to make the game. Mauler Sentinel is so broken. Greg was talking about it already, yeah. It's so good. This gun is stupid good. I love it, man. The amount of ammo in it, too, is just like... It's just amazing. It just kills so
like,
well.
What the heck is this?
Alright, let me go... I don't want to get... I'm trying not to get any kills because I wanted to make another boombox for the final lockdown step. Plus, we still need to get a wonder weapon out of the box, or the wheel. What do you mean, Joe? As far as having a year to put it together, like, they've had much more than a year. I mean, DMZ's only been out for a year, but DMZ apparently has been in the works since Modern Warfare 2019. And I wouldn't say that it's only been a year that they've been trying to... But maybe it has, though, because I'm telling you, I swear to God, there's something to DMZ having a Z in it, they decided to throw zombies into it. Like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if it's kind of like Outbreak 2.0, right? So it could be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could be a really fun year. It could be a really nightmare year too. All right, I don't need green in that. I need red. Hey, speaking of,
Totally bitchin'.
I didn't put it in.
Congratulations, cadets. You got
Put it in.
on your side.
This looks important.
Holy balls.
I should probably
That's something about this game that
totally
I
felt like
still
Jack Black, but so much
hate to
cooler.
this day, man. The hitboxes for where you need to interact with whatever it is, like whether it's the little pads that you put down, opening doors, it can really come and bite you in the ass on, well, I mean, at the time it could anyway, on Beast from Beyond. You have to be standing in like the exact right place to pay money to open the door. You can't just be standing in front of it. You have to be like in the right spot in front of it. It's when those cryptids are chasing you, like, oh my god, they can make it such a pain. It just sucks that Treyarch seems to be only studio that keeps getting yanked around by Activision to work on other studios. Well, that's honestly, that's not true. I mean, Sledgehammer is making Modern Warfare 3 this year, for instance. If you look at, again, this is, I'm a little worried about the whole, since basically, since Warzone started, the crossover has been tremendous. There's been crossover, though, like Sledgehammer worked on the original Modern Warfare 3. Before, you know, that's when they were just like a helping studio. They weren't their separate own making a game. But there's been crossover like that for years and years. So that's not really a new thing at all. The extent to which people are getting spread thin, then we have real questions. It's one thing that, I mean, the biggest thing I would really love, you know, with Microsoft buying Activision, which it's still, the deal is not complete yet, which is annoying. And I don't know why I think they're gonna make it any better. Activision is just such a
It's like a sparkly white
like
glove.
bow to the shareholder kind of company. It feels like anyway that like it almost couldn't get worse by somebody else buying it. So in that sense, it'll be better, but you never know, I guess. I would love to see each studio. Like, think of the 3-year run that we had. I'm not saying that was a great, all of them were great, but that's part of my point is you had Advanced Warfare, which is Sledgehammer, and they made Exo Zombies, right? Exo Zombies suck. I mean, to me at least. Some people love it. Hey, speaking, we got the Butcher now.
Now this totally puts
But in
a
this
smile
mode,
on a
like,
girl's face.
shoots column of bullets as well. Like this gun was so good. Oh, it is so good.
Great.
And then you
Exactly what I,
had
like, didn't want.
Treyarch with Black Ops 3, making what I think is one of the best multiplayers ever. You might hate advanced movement like so much that you can't appreciate the game, and if that's the case, then that's fine. But legitimately, every gun in that game was usable and feasible, viable. Like, perfect weapon balancing as far as the game goes, multiplayer-wise. Perfect weapon balancing. As far as I'm concerned, it's never been better before or since. I don't know why they don't just copy the values over and port it to the next game and just put it on new guns. Because, hey, we got it. So, this is the one.
Now
we want.
this totally puts
Yes,
a smile
okay.
on a girl's face.
Just making sure it's in the right slot. But, I mean, then they also made the best Zombies game ever in BO3. And then we got Zombies Chronicles to top it off. Like, amazing.
Maybe I should
And then
try,
we
like,
get
one of those
Infinite
portal
Warfare
thingies I saw.
from IW.
It can't
this game.
possibly take me any
I hated the
worse than
multiplayer,
this,
personally, but whatever.
I think.
Some people say the campaign is like the best campaign ever. We just played through it on my channel a few weeks ago. I don't understand what they're thinking as far as that goes. I don't think it was anywhere near the best. I don't think it was particularly that good, to be honest with you. But maybe that's just me, and it doesn't really matter. But then we had this Zombies. 3 different, very different Zombies modes in 3 different years. And while I don't like Exo Zombies, I absolutely loved, obviously, BO3, and I really love IW as well. But they're all very different, and they were all good. Why not have a year of playing something different? It doesn't have to be the Richthofen and Samantha show, and let's mention Tank and have Dempsey. Like, the story is over. Let's move on. Like, again, I was saying this the other day during the reveal event. Like, take chances. You have to be creative. You have to, at some point, be willing to move on and forget about what was in the past, because it's in the past. You can't just keep doing, like, again, you can't just keep making the same Marvel movies over and over and over and over and over again. Tony Stark's going to get very fucking old, and it's going to look weird when he's 80, hopping into a suit and fighting flying Martians or whatever the hell they are. You know, like, it doesn't work. At a certain point, you've got to move on. You've got to finish the story. And then start writing a new story. You just have to.
I should, like, probably use one of my fate and fortune cards.
Am I going to be able to get there? Give me gas grenades! No.
You can never have too much damage. Too much damage.
I don't know why he was able to just run through that. I don't like that. Discord's still the most fun because it makes the zombies do handstands and spin around like breakdancing and stuff. But this one's pretty good too. It's called the Shredder because it literally shreds them. Look at them. Just evaporate. Vaporize or whatever. There we go. Cash money. We don't need anything else. I don't know. Like, I kind of like, see, this is the thing, is like, I like being on this map. I like just hanging out and being on this map, and like, this is why I do the stupid teddy bear Easter eggs all the time. Because, like, why not? I get to be on the map for a little while longer. And I'm good with that. La 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 la. I hope they make it grindable. That'll keep me playing. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's how they go about it. You know, like, again, with Cold War, at least initially, and when they would add, like, you know, they added the Ethereum grind, and then they added a little bit more. You know, you could take it from base level 3 to base level 5. Well, not base level, from base 2, 3, from base 2, 5. You know, upgrading stuff, and it's the problem with Cold War is that the game was pretty goddamn easy as it was, and then they made it like so you know you could buy all the perks every map. It was like custom maps, right? You could buy all the perks, upgrade everything, so you were super duper strong. And it's not bad to feel super duper strong. This being a good example is, you know, this still has the best super Easter egg reward of all time, any of the Zombies games, and it's not close. Perkaholic and 25 grand to start. And if you don't want to have that advantage, you want to grind a little bit, you want to have to try a little bit, you just take it off. You just press one button. LB. That's it. And you're back to how you were.
Step forward and make your
but if you wanted to be casual and just have fun and hang out, you leave on director's cut. Like, you don't have to be super hardcore focused and like lasered in, like, what am we doing? You know, you could just hop around, have fun, look at some shit, just like appreciate, like, this is a cool ass map, man. It's a it's an amusement park, you know, like after they close, like it's cool. Oh, there's so many spots that this little bear can be, man. Oh, there he is. Joe, they worked last year on Vanguard, and then they have to make MW3. Yeah, but in fairness, I don't think they worked very hard on Vanguard. I don't think anybody worked very hard on Vanguard. I shouldn't say that. That's people's hard work.
Aw, how cute. A throwback. Oh.
Yeah, that's the 3 pictures that we shot. Yeah, I don't know how hard people who are working on Vanguard. All right, should we go do the boss fight now? I don't want to. I mean, the good thing about this game is, or this map at least, is that the game doesn't end once you when you complete the Easter egg. You can keep going. I don't know how they work, but that looks very short time to make it. Well, see, the thing is, like, since Cold War, the reason why it's not a year, and the reason why with Vanguard, like, Vanguard was a distraction for a little bit. That's the reason why it got released with literally 10 minutes of new content that you could experience when the game launched, was because they were given it that assignment in the middle of Cold War. They had 5 months to take over Vanguard, and they're like, hey, we're still working on our game right now, like as we speak. So, okay, but, you know, what do you want? And then we got literally nothing at launch. And then however many months later, we got an Easter egg added into the map where you interact with a piece of paper and then you talk to a door. I mean, that was literally the Easter egg. And then we got the Terra Maledicta thing, which was, again, at best, half-assed. Oh, I have to go give him the stuff. And then the final thing we got was, once again, on the same map, on that Terra Maledicta map. Was it that Terra Maledicta? I can't remember this. I think it was Terra Maledicta. With an Easter egg thrown into it that it wasn't the worst Easter egg ever, but it certainly wasn't good.
No problem, kid. Give me 1 second, I'll get another.
It definitely wasn't good. But it was like a kind of a real Easter egg, and you know, whatever. The boss fight was, it seemed like it looked cool at least, and then you did it and like, oh, this is super easy once you know like how to do it. And it's like, well, every game is kind of easier once you know how to do it. It's like, yeah, but this only took like play it twice, and then you're like, oh, I got it. But at the same time, something like Horizon, you like the boss fight there is like very reliant on your gobblegum. Like, do you have the right gobblegum on? So the Panzers aren't gonna annihilate you between, you know, the 3 waves. So, in fairness,
Who would want this?
Jake's Cardboard Creations, what's up? How you doing? How are you looking? How much are you looking forward to DM Zombies this year, kid? Mostly what we're talking about while we hang out and just play and enjoy a fun game. We're talking about what could be with the new Zombies mode coming in Modern Warfare 3. I really don't know. I know that I'm nervous about it. I know that I'm really nervous about it, to be honest. See, the thing I don't like about infinite ammo in this game is it gives you no points when you get kills. I mean, I don't need points for anything, but I don't like that it just flat out doesn't give you points. Doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess I can kind of see why, but I don't like it. Cole, imagine a perfect world in which Treyarch were able to fully realize a Cold War instead of having to work on Vanguard. Oh, I don't know. That I don't think anything changed from Cold War. Like, we got what we got. That was what we were going to get. I don't think there's anything different. I mean, they did D Machine, which I think D Machine is it's the map in that game that I'd rather play over all the other ones. I know, like, Mauer is probably objectively a better map. It's definitely a better boss fight, but I'd rather play D Machina than the other ones. It's just, I don't know. It's like again, it's not reused from the campaign or from multiplayer. It's its own map. They reused Noct, so that's like, can we? Like, I never want to see Nuketown again. I'm talking like multiplayer, zombies, campaign, anything else. Never. I never want to see Nuketown again. I never want to see Shipment again. I would really love to never see Noct again. Like, that doesn't seem like too much to ask, I don't think, but maybe it is.
Does this actually, like, go to anything?
Where the hell? I swear I just heard like one like, oh. Maybe it was gas grenades?
You can never have too much ammo.
I like gas grenades.
Maybe I should use one of
Yeah,
these
so as far as
FMF
Cold War
cards.
goes, like that's why, well, that's part of the reason why Vanguard was so bereft of any kind of content, you know, when it came out, was they were working, Treyarch were working on their game, like, we're doing our game. We got that coming up here. Like, we're in the middle, not coming up, we're in the middle of it. So, we gotta do this. So, sure, we'll take over Vanguard for you, if you like, but, you know, our game comes first, and that's what happened. Like, I don't think Cold War would have, you know, turned out. Dude.
Sparkly white glove.
3 attempts to put that coin in. I don't like that about this game, man. The little hits to get anything to work. It's just like, it's gonna be so precise. It's ridiculous.
That was totally wicked.
I mean, Cold War, I don't want to knock it. Cold War was fun, but again, it was too easy. It's part of what I'm worried about too. Is like you know, the whole thing with that, and they accomplished it to a degree. Is they wanted to bring in new players. They, you know, like it's too hard. People can't. You have to study, you know, tutorials, and you have to look it up online. You can't figure it out yourself. We have to bring new people in. It's like, okay, I get it, but then you made it so easy that there was no, like, it didn't hold anybody's imagination. People weren't coming back to see what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? Forget about who's going to solve it. You know, like, oh, this was difficult. Oh, that's a cool step. It's like, no. Hey, you remember that key you picked up? You should probably use it right here in this area on Firebase Z in one of these lockers. Like, oh, I think I should use this key right here. Like, okay. Deadpool, if shipment were gone, no one could grind for the mastery camo. I'm fine with that. Grind for it the real way, not the get on the tiniest map ever just to get as many kills as possible in the shortest amount of time. I mean, Vanguard is one of the things that really sucked. I mean, again, I didn't like the game anyway. It was not like it was going to be saved, but what was that, Shoot House map? It's the only thing that anybody played on that game, multiplayer-wise. It could take you a while to find a lobby, like 2 months into the game, or, you know, no, I'm exaggerating now. A while into the game, it would be hard to find full lobbies. Because everybody was on Shoot House 24/7 because they're grinding. Like, okay, it's supposed to be hard, by the way. To get a mastery camo, you're supposed to be a master. It's supposed to be hard. It's not everybody should be able to get it. Fuck everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop making it for everybody. Earn it. Don't just give it to people. It's so boring. Hey, you know what happens when everybody has the mastery camo? Nothing. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the same as getting a gun. Hey, you got 10 headshots. What's the difference at that point? When it's so easy to get, who cares? Getting the BO3 dark matter camo? That was cool. And when you saw somebody that had it on their gun, you're like, ooh, they're probably pretty good. When everybody can get it because you all just hang out on the tiniest map possible, it's not, you're not a master. You're willing to sit here and grind. Not masterful, in my opinion. I don't mean to go so hard about the stupid camo thing, but like, what are we talking about? It's literally in the name. It's a mastery
I
camo.
should like totally try one of those portal thingies. They look kind of important.
Okay. Enough about that. Okay, now this is where, like, I mean, these things. It shouldn't be. I'm not worried about it now, but when I was trying to do this for the first time, man, when you were like, you're trying to be quick and you're just trying to hit the button as you go past the stupid little pads, and it didn't register that you had pressed it. Like, ah, my
What the
God,
heck is
you
this
know.
for?
And then you're running around again, trying not to die, trying not to die, trying not to die. Oh, what do you get for 2 greens and a red?
Oh, now I like
It's actually
totally
not
get
bad.
it.
Okay,
This thingy
so
stops from
here we go. We're gonna do the boss fight.
Gotcha.
Shipment will be good without kill streaks, but that's it for me. Again, I don't want to see Nuketown, Shipment, or Knocked in any shape or form ever again. I mean, it's not gonna happen. Don't worry. They're going to keep it in the game because all people want to do is play those tiny maps. So don't worry. Like, my opinion isn't going to change anything as far as that stuff goes. It will always be there. And people will be like, yeah, it's just like, you know, World at War when I was 12. Okay, good. Hopefully the next game in 2024 by Treyarch will be harder, but not impossible. I would like to see a cross between... Cold War and BO3 would be perfect. That's easier said than done, of course. Like, it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to make logic-based puzzles, right? Which is what Zombies is. They're puzzles, right, that we're solving. It's very hard to make logic-based puzzles that aren't fairly obvious, especially when you've got millions or at least hundreds of thousands of people playing it at the same time. Like, when a map comes out and boom, everybody's on it, and everybody's got Twitter, and everybody's got on Reddit, and everybody's on blah blah blah, and they're sharing everything, and so the word spreads, and then, like, you know, on to the next thing. When it's then, but you get to the point where it's like the Revelations bone step, where you're like, really, like, how the hell were we supposed to find this? And because it literally just got down to the point where people were just so, you know, like, they have no idea what to do, that they were literally just doing random shit to try to find, you know, to find it. And that's how that ended up getting solved.
Like, what the hell?
Blue, green, red, yellow. Blue, green.
Quiet on the set. Remember, people, lots of your blood for
Red.
this scene. Don't hold anything back. And
If it's blue, we're good. Oh, we're good. Red. Yeah. 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 Okay, there we go. One up, one down. But the whole making things easy for everybody and just so everybody can do, so nobody feels left out, you know what? Seriously, fuck you. I'm done with that shit, dude. I mean, it doesn't matter. Again, my opinion on it doesn't matter, because there's no way that Activision, you know, whatever, they're going to make it easy for everybody. Because then that way people spend more time on the game and keep playing, because instead of thinking, I'll never be able to do it, and getting better at it, it's going to be yellow. Again? Did we not just have this exact... Did I read it wrong? Did we just get two of the exact in a row, the exact combo in a row? That was very weird. But, you know, in a way, Cold War worked because they got more people to play Zombies at first. I don't know how long they stuck around for. Especially, like, the in-between times. Was that yellow? Green, okay. Oh, do we have time?
I wonder if, like, those perk stations have anything useful in them. We've, like, got another one of those big boys.
Okay, we fucked up somehow. Yellow, green, blue, red.
You and Brute.
I think I hit yellow too early. Oh, I'll take that.
I love when you get more ammo.
Oh shit.
Like, gag me. These things keep touching me. Where the fuck are all these things coming from?
I've never tried to do this with him on the map before. Oh, I missed it. That's okay.
We've, like, got another one of those.
Trying to deal with him on the map just gave us a whole other one to deal with. Oh no! Oh, dude.
You and Brute can hit it off better than that last
Ah.
was a real
There you go.
That was rather boring.
Oh, I'm getting. Oh no, no!
Something you'll
They
work
were
with.
behind me. I didn't think. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, they won't be behind me. Retrospect, I kind of wish D Machine was the easy map to ease everyone in, and then the rest of the maps in Cold War built upon the difficulty and like how it's all the maps. Yeah, I mean, kind of ideally, that's how it really. For that, yes, that's how that I completely agree, Cole. Like that would have been a great idea, like to have it be that way, to like slowly amp it up. It's really hard. I mean, it's very easy for us to say again, like, you know, just kind of, you know, okay, from here go up to the next level, go up to the next level. But when you're doing subjective question and answer type of a thing, like it's very hard. Why are these lit up? Did we break the game? Oh, it's no. Okay, I'm being ridiculous.
For a second there, I didn't think it would die.
So yellow,
Flamers.
If this keeps up,
green,
we'll just have to get you cue
Blue.
cards.
hey. Yellow, green, blue. Yeah, which is what I did. Okay, I think that first time I just hit.
Nothing but dead. But please do.
I think I hit the
It's
yellow
moment we've
too
all been
early.
clamoring for. Congratulations.
Okay, we got clowns.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, we got clowns! Clowns! This is somebody's absolute nightmare fuel right here. With all the clowns. Okay, we're picking that up and that. Stop.
Shooting and shooting and shooting.
We can do this fast enough. We can really go in on. That's infinite ammo right there. Ooh. Oh, okay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
That thing's just like.
It's so broken when you use infinite ammo on the boss with the double papped wonder weapon. Oh my God. He hit me. Oh God. It's like a sniper. Where are you, buddy? Above me, right behind me. Oh no, he was in front. Oh, I remember beating this for the first time, dude. How sweaty my... Whoa! My hands are so sweaty, like panicking, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Thingies go.
Every time one of those little things hit me, that slowed you down, you're like, ah. I don't think that.
That thing's just like teleported.
I want to be sure I didn't knock him down and miss the bubble. There you go. Okay, now we can just get. Ooh, we can just get him. We don't have to hit him anymore. Got an itch in my eyebrow. Ah. Oh, he's so close. Where'd he go?
That thing's
Whoa.
just like teleported.
Stand up.
Like, please tell me that thing is dead.
There we go.
Enough with this! This isn't going to win any of us any award! We need death and with lots of blood! Let's get to dying already! Please.
No.
Blood everywhere!
I don't know. It's gonna go over there. Hey, we got it. First try. Let's go.
Totally wanted to fly that thing too.
Cut! Ah!
Yeah, you're on
ruining
fire.
this film!
Zombies.
Why won't
Fire.
you just die
Fire
up
hurts.
you already?
You have no head either. Why are you still running at me?
You'll never
Stop
walk
it.
this town again.
That's scary. Zombies on fire with no heads running at me. Oh my god.
All right, zombies.
Why are you behind me? You're freaking me out, man.
All of that total drama
Let's
for
just go in
this
here real
little
quick.
thing? As
We'll
if.
put- Something just pushed me.
I have no idea what you think you're going to do with that.
Obviously, we already have the alien
Like
fuses installed and
wasting
everything.
my time and yours.
Back to one.
And let's see
Back to one.
if we can film a proper death scene for the lot of you.
Okay, that's that. The headless zombie on fire wanted to share his love with you. Dude, there was a whole team of them, though. It scared, it freaked me out a little bit. I gotta be honest. Like, that wasn't cool. On fire with a head, like, running at me. Like, I've seen that before. When they have no heads and they, like, you know, you headshot them and they come running at you still a little bit because they don't realize, like, yeah, they're zombies. That they're dead and they still go, like, a little bit. Like, okay, I'm used to that. No heads, on fire, not dying, just keeps coming for you. Like, what is going on?
Mama like parachute.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, this ought to come in handy.
Let's see. We gotta go get a different gun. I still have mule kick, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can find the rest of those teddy bears. That's a spaceman, not a teddy bear. I have spent, I can't even tell you how many hours that I've spent looking for these teddy bears over the course of my playing time of this game. It's extraordinary the amount of time, though. Like, it's more than I'm comfortable admitting. It's a lot. I don't know what it is. It's like I just like this map so much. Like, just being on the map is like I'm happy to just be here. Like, oh yeah, I'm looking for stupid teddy bears, whatever. It doesn't matter. I've done it, you know. probably for most people it'll be the kind of thing you do if you do it at all, like once, and then they're like, okay, that's done. Got that achievement. Unlock that lobby music or whatever that you were trying to do, you know, the reason why you were doing it. You're a completionist or whatever. And I just keep like, eh, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Yeah. Yeah, here's hoping I can break into the game industry soon, especially after graduating with a game design degree. I'm hoping to work at Activision, but it's a lofty dream, so start small first. Well, that's great, man. Good for you. And you never know. Hey, Vonderhaar just left this room. They have an opening.
So this is where they keep all the secret park stuff.
But that's great. If you put in the work and you set that as your goal, that's where you want to go eventually. You don't know what it's going to be like. You might end up like making it there and then deciding, you know what, this place ain't for me, but you know, whatever. And then you move on. But if you break your way in, you get a job, you're going to get a job somewhere, right? And then from there, when there are these openings coming up, you go for it, you try to get in. And eventually you can absolutely make it happen. Well, how did that end up all the way over here? Now we get grass grenades. But if you have that as a goal, then you can absolutely make that happen. And then again, you never know. Once you get there, again, it's kind of like me thinking about Modern Warfare 3, you know, DMZ Zombies. Like, I'm really worried that it's not going to be good. Now, I'm hoping that when I get there, it's amazing. And I'm prepared for it to be amazing. I'm also prepared for it to kind of suck. So, you know, once you're in there and you're actually doing it, then you can make up your mind like, okay, do I stay here? Do I whatever? But, yeah, I mean, you can absolutely do that. You can make that happen, for sure. Good for you, man. Happy for you. It's like you're... I'm a little pumped now. It's like starting something fresh. Feel the energy from it. Yeah. This new thing I'm about to embark upon. Basically start your life, you know? Your adult life. I'm not ruling it out yet. I still think there's a chance with Vaughn leaving Treyarch. With,
I don't know. With like, I just found some like weird little robot head.
With Jason Blundell leaving his new studio.
He is not
And
part of
like
the
there's been, and now he's not on social media or anything. It's not like we would know, but there are people that like really follow this shit. So if he got a job at some studio, it would have been announced, or at least, you know, in the kind of zombies circles on YouTube and Reddit and whatever else. There's still a chance. Maybe they're doing something together. They made BO3 together. Look, and people shit all over BO4. BO4, the reason why BO4 has such a horrible reputation, a couple reasons. Number one thing, though, is the blue screens, which obviously that's not a gameplay. I mean, like, it affected our gameplay. You couldn't play it if you get to a certain point in the game. And the game would just quit on you. Be like, there he is. And it would kill your game. You might have spent hours and hours and hours trying to solve, you know, this Easter egg and whatever, and then the game just dies on you. So it affected your gameplay, but it wasn't like this is a feature that people don't like. It was a bug. So that really kind of killed it before it even got started. And then people didn't, you know, again, they don't want anything new. They want the same shit all the time. So when they got the Chaos Crew, it's like, no, these aren't, you know, it's not rigged up and tank and, you know, whatever. Chapo, what's up, man? MW3, the hype is crazy. Yeah, it's something. Well, again, I'm excited for it. And by the way, again, I repeat, tomorrow is a reveal event from Gamescom about, like, kind of like, again, I think it's going to be much like last year, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign event reveal. where they basically showed us a full level of a campaign, like the Darkwater
Ooh,
campaign from last year.
totally needed
I think
more
it's going to be
tickets.
basically the same thing this year. It's going to happen tomorrow, and I will be live streaming it. It's not the only thing that's on tap for Gamescom, so it's like it's a 2-hour presentation. From my understanding, it's going to the Modern Warfare 3 campaign reveal thing is going to happen about halfway through, so about an hour in. So I will be streaming before it actually goes live. Then I will be streaming the live event itself, and then after they actually reveal Modern Warfare 3, you know, again, I think it's going to just be like a campaign level kind of a thing. We may or may not continue like watching Gamescom and finding out, you know, whatever else they're doing. Obviously, for our discussion here, it's obviously much more about Call of Duty and specifically zombies. We're not going to get any zombies info tomorrow. Don't count on that at all. But that's really what we care about. So we might talk over everything else that comes after. We'll see. Players, what's up, man? Another day where I get to spy on... That little heart thing is so in the way. On your gameplay, is that what it says? I don't know why they put that there. I really don't. It's so fucking annoying. Like, why would you put something that blocks chat in chat? Like, here, this is something to help chat, and then they put something that blocks, like, you can't read it.
I should totally deposit this arcane core.
Okay, we can be done with this. Like, we did the Easter egg. I don't want to find all the teddy bears. Like, people are leaving by the droves. We had 12 people here. Now it says 1. I don't know. Like, do you guys care at all about this stuff? Should I just call it a day? I don't want to. I'm not done yet, though. We've only been going for an hour and a half. I think people get I don't know. Just me talking about Modern Warfare 3 and what might happen. Like, I don't know. Wraith, what's up, man? I think I think what it is, honestly, is the... Okay, so I see exactly who's here now. That's funny. They added this. This is the thing that Twitch does, is you can see actually who's in the chat. Chapo, me, players, and Wraith. What's up, guys? So we're going to play through... we'll play through Rave as well. Should I play as Kevin Smith? Why is it not working? Is that not the code? Oh, just give me the code. Right, left, down, down. Right. There we go. I don't know why it didn't work. There we go. We play as Kevin. Oh, but after... So I did a live stream last week, right, when we were just talking about... it's like right after the event had happened, and news came out on Twitter that officially released from Call of Duty and from Sledgehammer and whatever, that we were getting DM zombies. We're getting DMZ with zombies. And a little bit of what it was about, and we got the actual picture or whatnot. Kevin from Home Alone. No, not that Kevin. That's a great movie, though, man. Now I'm thinking of, like, Christmas time. Who's Kevin? You don't know Kevin Smith? Yeah. I guess why. Anyway. So I was doing a whole live stream. It was just for a couple of hours, just me talking about, which I don't normally do. I always do, like, playing stuff or whatever. Or, like, tomorrow we're going to watch the event happen live and they reveal it. But it was just me talking about it. And then the very next day, yes, we did, Kat. The very next day, somebody, a very popular kind of YouTuber, made a video talking about Modern Warfare 3 DMZ zombies, and it was just like, This sounds oddly familiar. And I was like, I wish I had pulled up my... You can see, again, the participants and see who's in the chat, like to see if they were here. Because almost word for word, they were taking what I said. Now, it's not like... It's not that it's impossible to have the same thoughts. Of course it is. You know, like... Of course it is. But it was just... It was kind of weird, and there were noticeable edits in this person's video. There was like odd cut-ins, like, and blah blah blah, you know, like to add a thought, like that's what I said. Anyway, all right, let me be right back. I'm gonna refill my drink, and then we will do Rave in the Redwoods. Kat, are you a huge Kevin Smith fan? Film director from New... Oh, here we go. Film director from New Jersey. Whole universe of movies with iconic characters. He's also done some side stuff. Appeared in music videos such as Because They Got High. He was even on Degrassi. Okay. All these years, and I just peep people in the seats. I don't know what that means. Oh, Because I Got High? Is that from the song? Because I got high. Because I got high. Is that song? Right? I think. What do you guys think of this map? Because purely as a map, I think Rave in the Redwoods is like a 8.5 out of 10. Afroman, yeah. Purely as a map, I think Rave in the Redwoods is great. Like an 8.5 out of 10. Like really legit good. It's a great setting. What's for a zombies game too, like Friday the 13th movie, you know, camp. It's great. I like the layout of it. I like the way it looks. I like how it plays for the most part. It's a fairly easy Easter egg, but because the map is so narrow, like very, very narrow lanes, it makes it challenging. But this is like the first full Easter egg I think that I ever did. I'm positive actually. Was this map. It has its challenges, but again, it's basic Easter eggs. That's what lets it down, I think, overall, is the Easter egg is pretty damn basic. It's, you know, do the three things. Shoot the arms off, shoot the heads off, shoot the heads off. Okay. It's a very good map. Again, the Easter egg is a bit of a...
No. Where the hell are we now, Bathos?
I think the other question.
But if you're trying to get started, like this isn't a bad one. I mean, there's other things like the giant. You can do that, but
who the hell are we?
Too much gore.
Really?
In this map?
Looks like I got your old gig, Andre.
I don't know about you guys, but at least we aren't in that demented theme park anymore.
Yo, shut up, eh? I heard something.
Well, shut up, eh?
Listen.
Oh, shit, man. We got zombies again.
You have got to be kidding me, man.
This is perfect. Like, I love this. That intro is great. I love it. It's great. What do we gotta do? Okay. The one bad thing about
you've made one too many horror movies.
the one bad thing about get started. I don't like the little thing where you have to kind of wait and you're stuck when you're trying to load in. The one thing I don't like about spawning in with Mule Kick, especially when you've got to get wonder weapons, like same thing for Spaceland. I do kind of like the perfect stuff.
Maniac on the loose in the woods.
You wouldn't happen to know who's chopping all these people up,
Is
would you?
managing, like if you hit the box right away, you get a couple of bad weapons, then you get the wonder weapons. Like, oh great, I got it, let's go, and it's in your third slot. And then if you do happen to go down, like, oh, I just lost my wonder weapon. I don't love that, but at the same time,
This place looks fun.
not a big deal.
Not.
I don't need these things at all, but I don't know. This is another one of those maps where I like spending some time. I like finding, like doing the pacifier, doing the side little Easter eggs, the charms, all the weapon charms. I think there's 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Like doing the boots. So for the slasher side egg. It's so cool. Should we do it? Well, let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's just such a cool little thing. Like, and it's not the best way to tell story. Like, I think that wasn't a great way to go about it. Kind of like Cold War with all the intel. Like, it's basically how we got our story.
Man,
and in this
place
game,
is a big bag of dicks.
you got it from, like, on this map, from doing these weapon charms.
What's a party
Easter eggs.
without a little light show?
And on Attack of the Radioactive Thing, it was the diary right by the pool. Where you got Willard's diary. There's like 18 different quotes that you can get from that. And it's all just telling you story after story after story, giving you more and more info. They're not there. So, like, there is plenty of story in this game. The relationship between Willard and his wife and daughter.
It ain't the size that counts, asshole. It's what you do with it.
And after his wife died, how he kind of, blah, 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 whatever. But I just don't think they told it in a great way. Like, it should be more a part of the actual gameplay rather than, like, these little side Easter eggs and stuff that you could do. I don't know.
Man, this whole place is a big bag
this
of
map
dicks.
had a scrapbooking achievement where it's all 10 charms. Yep, I've done it a few more than a few times, actually. The best one is, of course, the frog charm, which is not over here. It would be right there. This is, again, great gun. Get the butcher variant. Especially for the boss fight, having the frog charm on your gun, so you can run through the water. It doesn't slow you down at all. The boots should be here, right? On the dock. That's right. Okay, so I picked up... Okay. I wonder... Yes, you definitely can. You definitely can. Because I've done it. I learned...
this place just keeps
Cat
getting
from doing
worse.
that achievement. There's the frog. We're going to get him soon. We're going to take that for the boss fight for sure. But first we want to do the boots, which are on the docks over here. Yes. So put the pacifier thing down, which is, again, is you get
About
story.
time for a candy run, don't you
You
think?
put it down on the pacifier thing. You would put it down like on the counter in the mess hall, and you have to do a
And that gets
lockdown.
me one step
This one is like the
closer
easiest
to
one. You just hang that on the
And that
wall.
just sounds
a pair of keys show up. I'll show it to you in a second. You just shoot it. That's it. It's like done. But you can interact with each of these items 3 times to get more story. So you just hang that bird mask there,
Not
then
the
you
kind
shoot
of place
the
I'd
key
want to be
off.
spending my summer
Falls down.
nights.
That's literally it. And the pacifier you would put down on the counter right there, and then you just do a lockdown. But yeah, I used to do the scrapbooking achievement and get everything done. You always want to start with the sniping on round 1. That way, they're not moving very fast at you, and you can take your time. line up those shots. So looking for those binoculars every time and lining that up. Okay, so over here, I forgot what we were doing. Find the... Ooh. Turn the lights off if you're at home. Turn your lights off real quick. Turn the sound up. Turn the sound up. Turn your lights off. What's going on? Okay. I might have overcooked it a little bit. But it's such a cool little thing. I just think it's great. I think it's such a great little Easter egg, man. And you come here. It's not over. Another one.
I'd be a whole lot cooler with some more F&F cards.
Okay, what's going on? Okay. Is it just me that likes this? So you guys like, okay, please just move on. I'll move on. Let me finish it though. We're almost done. We're almost done. There's only one more to do. And then I'll pick the frog up because we actually do want the frog because that is genuinely useful. So we'll do that. I highly recommend if you are if you've never done this before. I don't know how many people are by this point haven't done it, but although people all the time are like, should I get this? Should I get this game? Should I get that game? This older game? Like, yeah, you should get BO3, 100%, and you should get Zombies Chronicles, 100%, and you should get IW, 100%. If you're just a Zombies player, 100%. Like, these are things you definitely should have. And I don't know if it's still happening, but forever, IW had a free week trial. I don't know if it's still going on, but forever it was going on. You could play Zombies in Spaceland for free for a week, and then decide if you want to buy it or not.
You're not my type.
Why would that? I don't know why that wasn't killing me. Like, why were my melee hits there not landing? That was weird. I got an itch. I got an itch. Okay, let me bring the zombie back here for the final one. Oh, it's literally just me now. Nobody gives a fuck about IW, apparently. Oh, I love this map, too. It's a shame.
I'd be a whole lot cooler with some more F&F cards.
Yay, and that's it. Alright, well. Nobody cares. Alright. I'm gonna keep going, though. If you're watching this as a VOD later, it's literally just me here talking to you now. There's nobody in the chat, everybody left. Can you shoot him? No, I mean, nothing happens. No. Did I miss a... Oh, I did forget a part upstairs. No, nothing happens when you shoot him. And also, by the way, so when you're doing this, part of it is you have to go into Rave mode to find some stuff. But you can also just kind of do it. When you go into Rave mode, I think it's double points for kills and stuff. So it's kind of worth going into Rave mode. But once you go into Rave mode, and like you have to do it for other Easter egg steps, like the deer head and all that kind of stuff. And there's things you could do, throw a pouch into the fire and to blah, 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 whatever. But if you do it after round 10, what do you call it? The slasher spawns into the map, and he stays on the map. Not that one. I always do that wrong. I always think that's the one. It's not that one. This one. This one.
I'm Fat Man.
And you cannot kill him when you're in Rave mode and you spawn him in, and you go into Rave mode.
Ooh, I gotta get me one
after
of
round 10. he is going to stay on the map. And there's an achievement that you have to stay in Rave mode for 5 straight minutes. So, you know, you have to keep, like, talking to the fairies, talking to the fairies, talking to the fairies. And if you've never seen this map before and you're like, what the hell is he talking about talking to the fairies? There's little... it's like being on ecstasy and you take drugs and then you go in and like, hey, everything's all cool and trippy, man. And then there's little butterfly fairy things floating around. And if you interact with them, it extends how long you're in Rave mode for like another 15 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. So to do that achievement, you have, like, obviously, you can do it later, you know, when you got director's cut and all that kind of stuff. You can do it before. Yeah, you can do it before. I think you do. If you did it before round 10, then you'd be all right. I don't know if he spawned in. But if you did it after round 10, he spawns in. You got to like run away from him, and it's just. It's not easy. Well, it's not that hard either, but it can be a little bit difficult. But Rave mode is definitely worth it for the points again. Like if you're on early rounds, definitely do it for the points.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe you can get the dial-up modem working next.
Everybody flipped out about the hot dogs.
This is really fucking
And it turned out it's like you actually need it for to do the Easter egg. You need the hot dogs. Like, what?
I'm you, man. I'm you from the future, only slightly thinner. You just need to know that we're gonna kick Willard's ass, okay?
All right, I'm gonna go put this
Sally,
charm.
AJ, Andre, and Poindexter. They're just here to help.
Is it 2 blues and a yellow or 2 yellows and a blue?
My friend, you're gonna find out. Just sit back and enjoy the ride, Kev.
We don't really need it. We can just go buy a shotgun, I guess, but it's just the easiest way. Or if we get gas grenades, it would work too. Oh wait, so now I need to go. I need to go up to the spawn building.
Looks like the pouch on my utility belt is all out of F&F cards. I'd better restock.
So we're gonna find our first Polaroid over here. Is it here or over here? No, what am I thinking? That's the second one. First one's over here. Right next to the Karma wall buy. Yes, yes.
Chapter 1.
Okay, now we go over here and we shoot the arms. We're on round 1. I just realized we're still on round 1, and they would be moving way too slow for us to actually get this done. We needed to move faster. What's an F&F card? Fate and Fortune card. So on the bottom right, so instead of Gobblegums or Elixirs, in this game there were Fate and Fortune cards. So Ego Trip is like you do super headshot damage. Reanimated is like perk insured basically. Raining Bullets is like infinite ammo. You do double damage with that one. Explosive Touch is great. Like you put it on, any zombie, once you have it on, they instantly burst into flames and die. So it's really good for one particular step in Shaolin Shuffle. For the... Did I not open it?
Ugh, this place just keeps getting worse.
For the step where you get like the green goo on the ground, the slime stuff, where you have to get kills on it. It's great for that. A lot of people, like speedrunners, use Explosive Touch as well for Zombies in Spaceland, which we just did for the boss fight. They get the infinite ammo like I had, and they also pop Explosive Touch. So they can literally just stand in front of the alien and just blast them. Like, you can go through that boss fight with those 2 cards active in literally 15 to 20 seconds, because it takes time for him to go down and you have to smack him on the back, but that's like all you have to wait for. Why did that fall through? Alright, we're not going to get another charm right now. So let's just go. We can go do our first step. It still might be a little bit early. I don't know. We'll kill the last zombie and flip it to round 3. But the zombies are just going to be moving pretty slow. Although when you do the... Oh! No, it won't matter. It won't matter. Something... No, we want gas grenades. Gas grenades. Like, these zombies that you spawn in are not the regular round, 2 or 3 regular zombies. But they still don't move very fast. Those are the fairies, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't hit his arm. So we have to shoot their arms off for this one. Apparently that missed. That got it. That got it. That got it. Yeah, they're still, like, this is how slow they're spawning in. It's just not ideal. Okay, we got it. Now we're gonna get a slasher spawn in.
That's got to be a real mine.
You have to wait till he comes out of slasher mode. Rave mode, rather.
Oh man, that is not damage doing for me. Fuck the diet.
Oh shit! And if he hits you, you are red screen. You are like 1 hit from dying immediately. So you have to be careful, because if any zombies around that hit you, oh god! After this guy hits you, you are fucked. You are going down.
Somebody get the talent. Max ammo.
We keep getting
I'm
other
always
grenades.
down.
I want gas.
We made a bunch of our own movies. Really spread our legs for us.
So now, if you had gas grenades or you have the balloon trap especially, for the second step, you'll see you literally don't have to do anything other than set this balloon trap down. That's it. Then the entirety of that step will be handled for you. You're done. And we do need to hit the mystery wheel, though, because taking out the slasher after you complete each of these Easter egg steps is, as you saw, not that easy with an unpack-a-punch gun. So we need to go get something that will do a little bit of damage. Plus, we're going to want the... well, we don't need it, actually. It's kind of a good thing about this map.
Looks like the pouch on my utility belt.
You actually don't need
the
Wonder Weapon to complete the Easter egg. For Spaceland, you definitely do. For the boss fight for the alien. It used to be when the game was new, like you could use, was it like the Reaver shotgun and just destroy him. But they patched that, so it's like you really, you can do damage to him, but you're almost definitely going to run out of ammo before you do enough damage with a regular weapon to get him down. So you basically need a Wonder Weapon for that. On this game,
this is where it all started for you. Thank you.
It's way easier for like when you get into the boss fight, when you have to fill up the souls, do the soul box thing, and also
ooh, I gotta get me one of those.
For the skeleton step, it's definitely way easier, but you don't need it. It would be difficult, but you don't need it. Shaolin Shuffle, you don't need. Wonder Weapon. Ooh, that's good. Let's go. So now here's the problem. Like if I get the third gun here is a bow. It's not, but it would have been in my mule kick slot. Why did they do that? That's very weird. That's very weird. FHR is awesome too. So it changed to put my this one isn't awesome, but it'll be good enough like to do. We can definitely use it. Acid Rain is the best one. It's just not even close. So we're gonna do step number 2. Actually, let's go get that now and then on our way. We're gonna do the frog charm Easter egg, and that way we'll be able to run through the water without being slowed down whatsoever, which is huge for this boss fight because two of the locations where you have to fill up like the soul block stuff is right at the edge of the water, and you almost always have to run through the water to get out of trouble.
Chapter 2.
But I want to go to...
We're talking lost. Never
Oh, yeah. I'm
footage
trying to
here.
think what the hell I want to do. So we're going to go do the frog charm now, then we'll do the second step of the Easter egg, and you're going to see just literally, I mean, we have to do nothing in order to complete this second step because we'll have the balloon trap. I mean, it's crazy. So we're going to take this frog charm, and then we head over here, right by the tunnel entrance there. We set it down, and then you need to come take a pouch and go into Rave mode. And then you do what was from the camp, the multiplayer. One of the particular characters, I don't remember his name, had this ground slam attack thing that you could do. And you need to smash all the frogs. It's just weird, but whatever. So you look for little green frogs on the ground. Those are butterflies, not frogs. I think we might have got them all. So if it is, this should be ready. No, I don't want to listen to repairs. There we go.
Willard, please calm down. I'm only trying to...
And I don't know how well you've been able to hear this, but they're doing a little...
that selling off the assets was the only way not to...
You can hear a little scene playing out.
He refused to hear a...
Superpowers? Fuck yeah!
But that's how you get most of the story in this game is by doing that kind of stuff. So not a great way to tell the story, much like Cold War with the intel. Again, like I said before, it's just not a great way to do the story. It's just, oh, I'll just have it on this piece of paper and you can read about it later when you're on, done playing for the round. And again, with Cold War, they were in the middle of a pandemic and working from home, and they got everything pushed up a year on them. It's understandable. Certain things ended up being the way they were. They didn't have time, literally didn't have time to do all this stuff. But the amount of work that they're able to do in such a short time, it just blows me away. Because if you look at all the intel that was in Cold War, all the the story pieces that they did, it's pretty amazing. Like, it's legit amazing. Like in 2 years, really, they got all that done. It was nuts. So anyway, so this one, we just take that, set it down, and literally gonna put my controller down. The only thing that makes me nervous is it's still such an early round that the zombies are moving really slow, like they need to get over there. Right, hurry up. The only thing we have to worry about is killing the flasher. This whole step, though, is all you do is this balloon trap. Done. Okay, we're good to go.
I hope you're ready for your close-up.
You have to, again, wait for it to come out of rainbow. And then with Pack Punch FHR, no problem.
I'm always down for a power.
And the balloon trap is actually good for the boss fight as well, for the part where you have to fill up the souls, doing the soul block stuff, but it's really not necessary. If you had the acid rain, wonder weapon. Gosh, that's what you get. We've got the whirlwind though. Well, we'll be fine with the whirlwind. It's not bad. For me, it goes acid rain. Like acid rain, the crossbow in this game, to me, is right up there with, like, if we're saying Apothecon Servant and Thundergun are like the top two. That's like SS tier. The acid rain is right below it. Legitimately, like right below it. Oh, by the way, so you see how we're moving right here, like this fast? And then if we run into the water over here, because we have the frog charm on, it doesn't slow us down at all. We're running same speed. That's why you get it. Because boss fight, again, it's just perfect for it. It's little things like that. That kind of stuff that I miss, like that Cold War didn't have. Like instead of finding like this weapon, this charm, and figuring out like, oh, it's like a kind of a perk, you know, that we didn't know about in game. They just made it so you could upgrade all your perks and buy all your perks, and just made it. Again, it's not the worst thing in the world to feel like powerful in zombies, you know, like it's good. You don't want to feel like you're always on your back foot, but at the same time, it's like you didn't really ever have to. You were never stressed. Like I always feel when I'm playing Cold War, like it doesn't matter. I can always only pay like half attention because I know I can get myself out of whatever jam is coming up. Like I know it's not going to be an issue.
I know it's a lot to take in, but you need to know the truth.
Thanks, but I think I'm gonna need a little bit to let this all soak in.
Yeah, it's you, man.
I'm Fat Man.
How could I have been so stupid?
You killed Jay. You're the slasher.
Weight limit my ass.
Okay, let me. Hang on. There it goes. Okay. All right, so we're basically on the last step. We're going to come back here, and we got to get headshots. But that's it. We got to go pick up a skull for the moment. I kind of just missed too, like everybody watching, and I wasn't streaming it at the time, so I'm not saying like everybody watching me. I just mean like hanging out and watching these streams of like who's going to find the next step, who's going to find the next step. Not even who, it's just what is the next step, really.
Time to have a little heart-to-heart with myself.
It's just so much fun, and now it's just like literally a sprint to. You know, they get the super teams together, like MVPs, all-star teams, and who can finish the next Easter egg in under 2 hours, like the first time. Anyway, whatever. That's just all kind of neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. No, that was not a headshot. The aim assist is great, but man, it can really drag your shot where you don't want to shoot. The reason why we're not using the Mauler for this, by the way, is the reason why what makes the Mauler awesome, the Sentinel version. Again, it shoots out like a column of bullets, but it also makes it so it's harder to actually hit headshots when you're shooting a column of bullets. All right, we can still take him out.
Sad, strange little man.
Like he hit me twice. Normally he hits you the one time and makes you red screen. So if a zombie even breathes on you, you're dead. But he gave me the little double tap there. But that's how good the Mauler is, though. It just took him out that fast. Even with the FHR, it took longer than that. That was pretty... Dude. He just wrecked me, though. Like, holy shit. That's cool, though. Actually, in a way, I like not having... I really like not having... Oh, we gotta go get our frog back, though.
Kevin turned into the fucking...
See, like, watch me run through it now. Like, all of a sudden, you're super slow. But we'll see if we can get the acid rain. We'll hit this a couple times, just because it's so good. I mean, it's legit a top... At least top 5. It might be a top 3 wonder weapon. I mean, again, number 1 the Apothecon Servant. Number 2, Thundergun. That's kind of settled. I don't think there's much argument. Like, maybe you just love the Thundergun and think it's better. Like, fine. But those are 1 and 2, right? Like, we know that. What's number 3? It might be the Acid Rain. The crossbow in this map.
The back of my neck, and I blacked out immediately.
Well, the Cerberus from Mauer is really good too, though. Now, where did the
Rave in the Redwoods
wheel? Not box. Where did the wheel go? So we're done. We're ready for the boss fight. By the way, all we have to go do is now interact with the button in the downstairs of spawn, and then you go. Oh. Do I? No, I don't even care about double pack punching. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say, if you wanted to, like, you know, before, if you're doing this, before you go in, that was the wheel there, so that means it's in the basement. You would have to double pack. No, where the hell is this? Oh, is that at the Rave? One thing about this map, man, it's again, I love this map, but it is like, it's all twisty and windy when you're going around. And I think it's a good thing, by the way. I'm not knocking it.
Ooh, I gotta
it's like you can look like, okay, it was just past spawn, and it's hard to kind of remember like where everything is exactly. I mean, I played this map a lot, and it's still like, well, you just saw. I was like. We got 2. I mean, this one's good too. It's not as good as the F-String. But the Ben Franklin that shoots lightning. I mean, we've got 2. Let's just go. Let's just go. We got 2 wonder weapons. Let's not get greedy and try to like, oh, it's not the one I wanted exactly though. Let's just go. Oh, I gotta hit the button. So yeah, back to spawn real quick. So we got the whirlwind, which is just basically it shoots this wall of air, basically at the zombies, and then this one is like you shoot it at the ground and lightning comes down and kills most of what's in front of you. Not all. That's important. Not all. Acid Rain will kill everything that it gets near. That comes near it, I should say. But the Ben Franklin does not. Sometimes they can sneak through and no, now you're dead and you're on the ground. Alright, I got the frog again, and I have 2 wonder weapons, and I don't have gas grenades, and I don't have a balloon trap, but again, big deal.
This one's gonna blow your mind, Kev, but don't worry, man. This nightmare's almost over.
Wait, this is Jay. This is me and Jay. What the hell does this mean?
Count how many times he says Jay in this book.
Wait, where's Jay? No way. Not Jay.
No, this has got to be a fucking mistake. I didn't kill him. I
Who?
couldn't have killed him.
Who? Jay?
Oh man,
Was it
Jay, man. Jay, I just gotta.
Jay.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta find.
Gotta find Jay.
I gotta find Jay.
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 Oh God!
I mean, that's a lot of times to say Jay in a 30-second boat ride. This is kind of a great, like, introductory boss fight as well. Like, you're newer to zombies. Like, it's not completely easy, though it's definitely not hard, and it follows a very specific pattern that repeats. So you can, like, learn exactly what's going to happen. You'll know. Like, whirlwind, pretty good there, right? second. That should do it. Yes. Okay. So that's filled up. You know it's done because like the light going up, there's like a strong center light all of a sudden into it now. So and let's do the Ben Franklin, just like as a comparison to see. See, like they can still run through it. Like it didn't kill anywhere near as many. This one can get you killed. The worst one is the tripwire, which is actually really good for high rounds. And look, it made crawlers too. One thing we hate is crawlers when you don't want crawlers. You want crawlers at the end of a round when you're trying to get crawlers. You don't want crawlers when... I don't. When they can be hiding in the water there and you can't see them and they trip you up and they stop you and get you killed. This, like this one actually kind of sucks. I don't know. All right, I think we filled it up, right? Did we fill it up? Yeah, we have to do the get him to come in here now. Yeah, the Ben Franklin not so good. The Whirlwind good, very good. Ben Franklin. But the tripwire, it's like it's dual wield crossbow. So your first thought is like, wow, that's awesome. That's going to be amazing, and it's not. You have to shoot them both. Like you shoot it down, and you set a point here, and then you shoot the other one to set another point there, and it creates a literal tripwire on the ground, which is very strong for zombies that go through it. Which is why it's good for high rounds, but it's not practical at all if you're trying to run and move around. Like, hang on, let me just go and create a line there. Like, it's not great. Again, Wonder Weapon to me, I mean, they all have their different purposes, though. Again, like, I'm not a high round player, so that's why the tripwire thing, it does nothing for me. But I think it's actually kind of good when they have different. Their things are good at different other things. Like this one's great for the Easter egg. This one's great for this one's great for points. This one's great for just killing everything. Getting you out of trouble. And that's how you kind of you navigate all this stuff. Just figure it all out. What's better for what. We know this isn't good for much. But then once you shoot all that, he's going to go back up top there. And we're going to get some skeletons. And then it's the exact same thing repeated 2 more times. The only difference is like there are barriers added on the ground out here, so you can't just run anywhere you want. You're very much limited in where you can move, which makes it harder. But again, just not a big deal. Let's see what these do against the skeletons. I gotta be careful because I don't want to get myself killed. Like trying to test this. Like how good or how bad. See, like, that's not cool to stunning them but not killing them. Whereas this, instant. Okay, now again, we're just gonna fill up the soul boxes again. I like how there's like the rave mode aspect of it, and also like the regular mode as well. It's pretty good boss fight in the arena is cool as well. Again, not the most difficult one ever. I think I've died literally once doing it. So I've gone down, but I mean like died like my game is over like one time ever doing this boss fight. Whoa! Dude, every time, I swear to God, every time I say something like that, I always go down. Always! Without fail,
this
dude.
place again.
I don't know what it is. If I mentioned it, if I hadn't, I guarantee you, if I had said nothing, we would have been perfect. Smooth, not a single problem. I guarantee you.
Better performances in a late-night infomercial.
Hey, kids, the fat man is back in...
I don't know what it is, though. It's like you're not allowed to, like, reveal. It's like revealing a magician's secret or something. Like you're not allowed. Okay, that one's full. Let's get over here and do this. And we're out of rave mode all of a sudden, which we're not supposed to be. It's kind of one of those things. It's like when we did the Spaceland boss fight, when we picked up the nuke, and all of a sudden the round flipped. Like it's supposed to be one round. That's not supposed to be like counted as rounds. So we don't have quick revive anymore, by the way. So if we go down now, we're done. Going a little slow. It's weird doing this not in Rave mode. There we go. Okay. That line, those connections mean we completed that, and now we have to find that like green picture or something on the ground, which is over here. Looks like no. Where the hell is it? That barrier. Oh. I thought the barrier was supposed to go away once you completed that portion of it, but I guess not. Dude, I cannot believe. I mean, I can because I said something, but other than that, I can't believe we went down. Like, I can't believe we went down. That was kind of nuts. But hey, it just goes to show you, no matter how many times you've done it, how good you are at it, sometimes shit happens, man. And I'll be pissed though if we die. I'll be super pissed.
One of my 10 things I hate about
Oh, that's such an itchy nose right now. Dude, the Mauler Sentinel is just so good. Like, every other gun takes a lot more bullets than that to get that symbol off of them. And this does it so quickly. Alright. At least we got... Wait. Yeah, we have the good one. We have the Whirlwind, which is the good one. I got nervous that we only had the Ben Franklin left. I was like, oh, shoot. But I forgot we did it over here, too. Alright. We gotta do one more round of it. Here's hoping we don't go down. Because if we go down, that's it. It's over. I can't believe it. All of a sudden, just like, whoop. I swear, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Every time I say something like that, the game's just like, oh, you think so, fucker? Yeah, here you go. Okay. Last one. And there should be a wall right there, I thought, this time. Why is the wall not there? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay, that one's done. That one's done pretty quick. So now the wall extends like all the way around, so you have to like... You can't run through that middle part at all, just making it a little more difficult. Not bad, but a little more difficult. Oh, it's always in the middle. When you get these walls blocking you, they always put it in that center spot. So like you were literally sitting there just waiting, like bait, in the middle for him to come through. Because you can't go out that way. Like, can't go through. Can't go through. It's just right in front of you. I thought he could jump over it though, but he's taking a sweet time right now. Bruce, what's up, man? Oh, come on, dude. Come on. There's a campaign level reveal tomorrow from Gamescom, and I'm going to be streaming that if you are interested in Modern Warfare 3. It's just going to be more campaign stuff, not multiplayer, nothing with zombies, definitely. I don't think we're getting, any, like, real zombies info until probably next month. Might even not be until October. But anyway, I'm going to stream the that event tomorrow. It should be like a couple of hours. I'm kind of curious because, well, I'm actually not. I want to see what the Modern Warfare 2 remaster multiplayer maps look like. The campaign stuff, like I don't. Again, I played the campaign once. And like this whole Makarov is back thing. Like I don't remember who Makarov is. I don't care. I remember from the special event that we just had, the reveal. You know, the trailer reveal event. Graves. I remember him. He was such a dick in the Modern Warfare 2 last year's game, and then just happened. But dude, I don't remember any of this. Where you talking about zombies? Oh, dude. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I'll be honest. Because again, I'll say it. I did it as kind of a joke question on my. Oh wait, no, I forgot. I gotta kill him. On the community page poll. But like, do you think somebody at Activision or wherever was just like, I know we're not doing a zombies mode again this year because it's a Modern Warfare game, so we don't do zombies for that. But have you noticed DMZ? There's a Z there. What about DM Zombies? Like, that's our catchphrase. That's on the T-shirt. That's the hat that you're gonna buy. We're gonna sell that on coffee mugs. I'm not entirely convinced that didn't happen. So I've been playing DMZ since this past weekend, but I did not play it at all this past year.
Did what exactly? We're still not back in the
damn theater. The biggest thing I don't like about DMZ is having the PvPvE. Like, take out that middle P. Have it just be PvE. And
I think we're about to get off.
For zombies coming this year, that's what it is. It's PvE. Even though there's going to be multiple teams that spawn in on the map of players, of regular you and me type people.
Would you hurry up and
there's going to be interactions of some sort or another, but it's not. We're not fighting. The only enemy that you have in that game, as the player, is going to be against the zombies and the mini bosses and whatnot. But it is hard to. Oh, sorry. I wonder. Actually, nobody has said anything. I wish people would say stuff to me. I have that turned up kind of high, and I didn't really, because I don't hear what you guys are hearing.
Always down for a power up.
I wish somebody had told me that earlier. Thank you for that. So, anyway, I think like the biggest hurdle that I'm having with DMZ mode right now is one, the menus kind of suck, and it's a little kind of fidgety and complicated with all the different stuff in there. But you know, just understanding what am I supposed to be doing here? What's the point of this? But they seem to have handled the PvP stuff is being gone from zombies mode. I think is a great idea because I don't understand why it's part of DMZ at all. Like, if you want to play Outbreak, go play Outbreak. Now, the hard part is when you take like that kind of aspect out, especially if you're going to be like squatting up the whole time. That's another part I don't like. I really want there to be some kind of solo playlist, but they just don't give a fuck about solo players, man. They haven't for a long, well, ever really. So I don't love that aspect either, but whatever. At least I can hop into a lobby and, you know, have it filled up and, you know, with other people. That's fine. I prefer it just to do it solo, but whatever. If that's not the case, that's not the case. What do you want?
That'll do, zombie. That'll do.
But it's hard to make AI, just the AI you're going up against in a kind of an open world kind of a thing setting, make it feel competitive yet not overwhelming. It usually either goes to like Outbreak, the first few rounds of Outbreak, where it's just kind of boring, to like by round 5, it's like, okay, now we're throwing everything at you, and it's non-stop action. Is that confirmed that there is no single player option? No, it's not confirmed. DMZ has no single player option. You can do no fill, you know, like your own party, and you don't fill up. But it's meant is a party mode, and there is no solo DMZ playlist. I have a feeling Zombies will be the same. I don't know that that's the case. I really hope that that's not. Like, I really want, obviously, there to be a solo playlist, but I wouldn't count on it. But we'll see. And ultimately, that's kind of where I just come down with the whole thing is, I don't know, man, but we'll see. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm worried. I'm worried about it. But I hope it's good. Because again, you know, playing through, whatever. It's you've got an hour like time limit on each map that every time you load in. It's just gonna be like it's gonna, as far as I can tell, it's gonna be DMZ, but it's just zombies instead of human AI. So there will be no difference really than what what DMZ is now. Right? Uh-oh. Are we lagging over here? All right, now we're fine. That's weird. So, I don't know, man. I'm hopeful, but I'm concerned as we sit here now. Like, because I was Outbreak I thought was okay. It was a good first attempt, right? And that was a place for them to iron out the bugs and try to find a way around basically the boredom of that. They went from, you're going in that game, again, the first few rounds, especially when you add the Easter eggs in, the first 2 rounds are literally you could do with your eyes closed, right? You don't have to do anything as far as the Easter egg stuff goes. To beat those zombies on rounds 1 and 2 are super easy. And then you do all the steps for the Easter egg on round 3, and then on round 4 you're in the boss fight. Or if you're not doing the Easter eggs, like it's round 1, 2, and 3, super boring, easy. Round 4 is like, oh, there's a little bit of action here. By round 5, it's like you've got the armored zombies, you've got mini bosses all the time. You can never find a moment to kind of just settle down and chill out a little bit and look around and just find stuff. So they had a problem of not enough, too much all of a sudden, you know? It was like going from basically like going from round 5 to round 25. It's just not a smooth, like linear kind of nice progression. So this isn't going to be like that because there is no next round. You've got an hour time limit to be on the map. I don't know. I'm really kind of curious. Now there will be like at certain, like basically what they did, like right now you could hop on into DMZ. Just do whatever you want on DMZ on the map. You can do little missions like, hey, you need to find 3 coffee mugs and exfil with 3 coffee mugs. Like, okay, I'll go do that. And that's all you are, like, that's all you're there to do today. Or, like, you could do the raids and go on and continue and find, like, the next step. So they're going to have that stuff as well, where it's going to be, like, boss fight type things that we're doing in Zombies. Now, what I'm really, really, really worried about, and then we'll definitely know if this is truly, like, this is just DMZ mode with some zombies thrown in, is if you, when you go into, like, that kind of boss fight, like, they're calling it sub-levels, when you go into, like, that next sub-level, like, you're loading into the Warzone map, and then you find the door that leads down into, like, hey, this is where to go for the boss fight type stuff, that's sub-level. If what's down there is, like, human AI with weapons, with guns and stuff, like, then we'll know it's really just DMZ with zombie skin on it. Because zombies shouldn't have guns. Period. Even if it's like a human boss that we're going to get, like we just had with it, like here on Rave in the Redwoods, it's Kevin Smith, but he turns into this big, rage monster, or whatever the hell he is, the slasher. And he turns into the ultra slasher. So he's not Kevin Smith, like standing there with an M60 just shooting at you, or like, the Shadow Man sends, he's not really human. That's kind of a bad example. But anyway, he sends Panzers and Margwas at you, and you're not fighting him. I mean, like Shadows of Evil, you might shoot him to move him, but you're not fighting him. You know what I mean? But if we're fighting, like when it gets down to those sub-levels and we're doing kind of the Easter egg type stuff, they said there's going to be a lot of secrets to find, but it's just going to be, I think it's going to be like Intel on Outbreak was. But yeah, if we're fighting anything with guns that are shooting back at us, I think it's going to be bad. And I'm worried about that. I'm really worried about it. So I hope it's great. I really do. And I hope, I'm just very nervous, and I'm not expecting it to be particularly good. I'm expecting it to be like, oh, what did they do? But we'll see. I think it's going to be somewhere of a cross between Outbreak and DMZ, which, yeah, obviously. But how much of a cross between? Again, like all those little things to find throughout the map. If it really is just like what they did in Cold War in Outbreak, where it's all the little intel, like you'd find an empty speed cola can, and then you would find a tape machine where you could play the message and hear the message, or you'd find a scrap of paper with a note on it from, a love letter from blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. Or, whatever. All that kind of stuff is like, I mean, I'll do it. I did it in Outbreak, but it ends up being pure grind, no fun. It's just that you're hunting to find the chapstick, somewhere on the Outbreak map. Like, is that fun? I don't think so. It wasn't really fun in Outbreak. I mean, it wasn't fun in Outbreak, so why would it be fun in DMZ? I don't know. And then if it's like there's only like 4 raids for the whole year, meaning like there's only 4 boss fight types things, but we're always loading into a the same Warzone map, which is the DMZ map. But 4 times a year there's going to be like a boss fight to go in and do. Like, I don't know, man. That would be just very disappointing to me. And I think that's probably what we're going to get, though. Makes you really, really curious as to what's going to happen next year with 2024. Like, we're going to get round-based, obviously, back again. And then do they also try to do... I think I would have preferred an Outbreak 2.0 over a hybrid DMZ and Outbreak. I guess I'm the same hopeful but concerned. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of is, though, that, like... I mean, because Outbreak 2.0 would have been just, I don't know, like if you're talking about just making Outbreak, like fixing those like that kind of boredom issue, and then like going from complete boredom to like, oh my god, I'm overwhelmed. Like, yeah, that would have been great. But they would also need to, one of the things that I think didn't work about Outbreak was that they were on fire team maps. They were on multiplayer maps essentially, and it had no zombies feel to it. you know, like there was nothing other than the zombies, which I know sounds kind of stupid, like, but there was nothing that made you feel like you were playing zombies other than the zombies. Whereas I load into Rave in the Redwoods or Zombies in Spaceland, and it feels like, oh, something's off here. But on those Outbreak maps, it's just like, it's just a nice sunny day, and there's some corn and some grass and trees, and which can be eerie in and of itself, but they didn't add any music to make it feel kind of creepy or zombie-like, or they did nothing to give it that kind of feel to it. It was just multiplayer maps, just big-ass multiplayer maps. So that was something they needed to do, and with this, it sounds like it's going to, like, I don't think they're making a new, they're not going to have it, the Warzone map and the DM Zombies map. Like, it's going to be the same thing, just like it is this year with, you know, Outbreak and DMZ. So how much zombies is it going to feel like? And again, it's another desert map apparently, which, dude, I just don't, I'm done with the desert. The whole brown and beige, everything is boring all the time. It's like Firebase Z, but nonstop. Like, I'm done with it, man. I don't know why they're so afraid of color. Why not make things colorful and look good or interesting? Not even good, just interesting. Make it look interesting. It's just brown and beige bullshit all the time. It's like, yeah, but it's realistic. Fuck your realism, dude. It's Call of Duty. You can die as many times as you want and you respawn. You respawn. You respawn. Talk to me about realism. It's absurd. Anyway. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm just... I want to see more, although I think I'm very, 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 very happy to be proven wrong, but I think I'm going to be more right than I want to be. I very much want to be wrong about what I'm thinking is going to happen, because what I'm thinking is going to happen is going to be a bad year for zombies. So I hope I'm very much wrong, and it will turn out to be like, oh, this is cool. To have this to go alongside of, you know, round-based on a regular basis would be a lot of fun. Like, that's the best I think that could come out of this. Because I don't think we're going to get this and be like, oh, fuck yeah, DM Zombies is the way to go. Like, it's better than everything else, zombies-wise. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's basically no chance of that happening. The ultimate worst outcome would be it's literally just DMZs that they put a zombie skin on. But I kind of think that's what it is. Again, tomorrow, it's 11 a.m. Pacific time is Gamescom, and they're going to do like they did last year, is everything what sounds like to me, is they're going to do, like with Modern Warfare 2, they did the open water, or dark water, reveal from the campaign, like that whole level mission. I think that's when it's going to happen tomorrow for Modern Warfare 3. So if that is remotely interesting to you at all, I will be doing streaming along when that's happening live. And we can talk about, you know, whatever. It's supposed to come apparently in the middle of this presentation at Gamescom, so about an hour in. Don't hold me to that. I don't know. I don't have a schedule. That's just what I'm hearing. And we can talk about more about what it looks like. But again, it is campaign stuff. It's not. We're not going to get anything else, I don't think, as far as... They might do an interview like with little... some of the devs on stage and give us a little teaser of something as far as multiplayer goes. But I wouldn't expect anything from Zombies other than maybe... And also, by the way, DM Zombies coming up, like, but I wouldn't expect anything to hear anything actually with real info about it until probably next month at least, maybe October, to be honest with you. I guess at least we're getting something, but 2024 Zombies is what I'm really waiting for. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much where we all are, Bruce. I mean, for me, again, I want each studio every year to put out a Zombies mode along with a campaign and multiplayer. I don't see why we don't get it. The only time that really ever happened was XO to BO3 to IW. What came after that? Was World War II and then BO4. But it's like Sledgehammer missed the mark two times in a row. And I think they were just like, okay, forget it. We're paying too many people and spending too many resources over here when people aren't crazy about it. But IW was great, man. I just don't know. I know we're the third game mode. Zombies is the third game mode. You know, we've got campaign, multiplayer. Well, now it's Warzone, multiplayer, maybe campaign. Seems like they spend way more time on the campaign than they do zombie stuff. So we're like fourth mode now? Yeah, I just wish they would, you know, I don't know why we always get pushed to the side. We're always like our mode that we care about. Like I would not buy Call of Duty anymore. I would stop buying it if I didn't have a YouTube channel. Like honestly, if this year they didn't have this DM Zombies mode coming out, I wouldn't buy Call of Duty. I didn't like Modern Warfare 2. I didn't like Modern Warfare 2019. I see no reason why I would all of a sudden like. And Vanguard, by the way, who you know in between was same time to kill, same kind of movement and all that kind of stuff. Like. I think the maps were actually better in Vanguard than they have been in Modern Warfare games, but that's just me. But, I mean, Vanguard had its own problems. So, if that had, if this game had no zombies, I just wouldn't buy it. But I think we're getting like a very much, I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I think we're getting third-rate stuff, but I hope it's good. All right, that's it. Have a great day.